in the first round of the playoffs. Congratulations to them. High-scoring game. The Mustangs shouldn't have much trouble at all, but that's who they've got. That's who you can expect to see the Mustangs take on here in the first round. Make it the second round of the playoffs for them. It's actually the third round of the playoffs, and then, of course, championship game next week in 1A football. Good luck to Rick Salmon, the head coach, and his guys, that Mogollon Mustangs team as they battle in the playoffs. And, of course, our Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast tonight is at Sholo High School. The Cougars, as we get set to send it out that direction for our pregame show, Patrick and Byron to take over. The Cougars taking on the Sabino Sabercats tonight. It's high school football as only Sports Zone Radio can present it, folks, and we look forward to you being along with us. Hey, guess what I get to do, Derek? I'm not calling this game tonight because I've got to be at Sky Harbor Airport tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I got to be at the airport 7 a.m. to fly along with your younger brother, David, and the Arizona Cardinals. Going to fly with the Cardinals to San Francisco for the Cardinals game with the 49ers on Sunday. I got to go be a part of that whole thing. Spend a weekend with the Cardinals.
Is this a COVID-19 thing? They're calling up the... Dave Pasch couldn't make the trip.
I wish. Yeah, I wish. Unfortunately not. But it's a media thing, and get to go have a weekend with the Cardinals. And so I want to especially say thank you to Patrick and to Byron for taking over the play-by-play call tonight to give me a chance to go participate in this.
Have a good time, and we'll do our thing here and take care of business.
You do that, Derek. I'm counting on you, man. Have a great night tonight. Okay.
Yep. God bless you. See you next week.
All right. Thank you, Derek Simmons, right there, folks. I want to thank our great sponsoring partners here on the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. Great people like Beeman Well Drilling. Thank you, Paul Wyatt and Beeman Well Drilling. Thank you to Beeler Orthodontics. Josh Beeler, Dr. Josh Beeler, does such a great job. Beeler Orthodontics, partners of ours here on the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. Big thank you to Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, B Square, Byron Brown, and Ace Hardware. Great partners of ours. Thank you to Joe Bjorn State Farm Insurance, serving all of Northeast Arizona. Joe Bjorn State Farm Insurance. Big thank you goes out to Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. Thank you, Jace. Thank you, Kevin. You guys are the best, man. Thank you for your partnership here at Sports Zone Radio. Big thanks to Summit Healthcare. Summit Healthcare, partners of ours, right here on the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. Thanks goes out to Troy Merrill Farmers Insurance. Thank you, Troy Merrill Farmers Insurance. And a big thank you to our newest member of the Sports Zone Radio advertising and sponsorship team. That's White Mountain Regional Medical Center, the hospital in Springerville. Thank you, White Mountain Regional Medical Center. The game is next. Thanks for joining us on the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show.
It's that time of year again. You can feel the excitement in the air. You know what? It's our kickoff to savings event at Hatch Toyota in Sholo. And you don't want to miss our award-winning lineup of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. $24.99! $24.99! Hut, hut! New Toyota Corollas, Camrys, RAV4s, 4Runners, Tacomas, and Tundras. We have the best inventory in the White Mountains, plus our low price guarantee. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years or 25,000 miles. 286! 286! Hut, hut! Don't miss our kickoff to savings at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and HatchToyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 31 years.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at HatchToyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Sholo.
See dealer for details.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio. It's time to tee it up and kick it off. It's time for the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. Presented by Hatch Toyota. Sports Zone Radio brings you unmatched coverage of football from around the White Mountains and beyond. No one does it like Sports Zone Radio. And now you can live stream HD video of our broadcast coverage exclusively at SportsZone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio mobile app. All part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Chaz Hatch refuses to lose a deal over $1. Hard-hitting broadcast coverage of White Mountains football is up next. Now let's take you out to the field and join our broadcast team for tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week.
Welcome, everybody. Friday Night Lights, first round of the playoffs tonight. We're live here at Sholo High School as Sabino comes in as the number 9 team in the state to take on the number 8 team in the state, the Sholo Cougars. So excited about this first round of the playoffs tonight. Excited to be here and to watch this game. I think that this is probably one of the best games in the state. I'm excited to watch this one. So I'm a fan tonight. I'm a fan of 3A football and a fan of the Sholo Cougars for sure tonight coming out of the 3A East. So I'm excited about this, and I'll bring on my broadcast partner tonight. This is kind of a little bit different. Floyd is not here. I'm going to call the play-by-play tonight. I'm Patrick Austin, if you didn't know it already, and I'm bringing on my broadcast partner, B Squared. I'm sure you all know him. He's been a little bit missing this year, but we're glad to have you tonight. And tell us what you think.
Well, Patrick, thank you very much for having me here tonight. I guess you could say I've been ghosting. I've been doing that millennial thing where you ghost people and just don't show up until you really want to. And here I am. I just waited to the first round of the playoffs here to get a great game here tonight where Sabino from Tucson, Arizona comes up to play the Sholo Cougars on their home field. And Patrick, I'm with you. I think this is probably the best playoff game on paper here tonight. And how exciting is it for the Sholo Cougars to face off against one of the premier teams throughout the years in the past, the Sabino Sabercats.
You know, it's crazy, Byron, because back in the day, so I coached at Mountain View High School in the late 90s, early 2000s. And Mountain View, a big 5A school back then. That was the biggest school. They played in the state championship game, and guess who they played against in the 5A? Sabino Sabercats. It's crazy. And here they are. It just shows you how much things grow and how things are different in those big cities. Like, this was one of the biggest schools in Tucson, and now they've shrunk a little bit and are in the 3A. But you're exactly right, Byron. They've been a dominant team in the 3A for a while now. And we were just looking at their schedule throughout the year. They played a tough schedule. They have a couple of losses. Their first loss was to ALA Gilbert North. And they gave them a good game, 33-21, I think it was. And then the very next week they played Thatcher and lost to Thatcher. But this is a whole different ball game. This is the playoffs, and it looks like I believe that Sabino won the game toss, or Sholo won the toss and deferred until the second half. And so Sholo is kicking off to Sabino, and we're going to get this one started here. Number 8 and number 9, first round of the playoffs. Kick is off and recovered about the 10-yard line. He brings it out past the 20, finds a small hole. Nice return by the Sabercats, and that's going to bring it out to about the Sabercat 34-yard line.
That is Camden Gambrel. I don't have the best sheet right here, but I'm saying it's Camden Gambrel right there for the Sabercats that has a nice return to their own 34-yard line.
And we're going to keep an eye out tonight because we got word that they have, Sabino has a sophomore quarterback. It's number 1. His name's Cameron Hackworth, that has had an offer already as a sophomore to the U of A Wildcats. And just to throw this out there, but he might be able to help them this year as far as being able to help the Wildcats down in Tucson, but has an offer to a big Division I school already. Quick pass out to the left, going to be a gain of about 4 yards on the play.
Well, you're right about that, Patrick. He might as well just forego his 2 seasons and start at the U of A right now, because he could do that if he got the offer. I mean, who doesn't get an offer from U4 the way they're playing this year?
Yeah, and I don't mean to offend anyone out there that are Wildcat fans, but they haven't won a game in 2 years. So another quick pass out to the right this time towards the Sholo sideline. Going to be caught. Nice defense there by number 2 and number 6. I'm going to have Byron help me out on those names, but I believe that's, I'm sure that's one of the Kishbaugh boys, and I think number 2, I'm trying to remember who that was. Number 2 is Nash Brewer, and those are 2 names that we're going to be calling a lot tonight.
Yeah, great job by Nash Brewer out there. Isolated, beats the block, and is able to take down with a little help from Ryan Rock the Kishbaugh, number 6 on his defensive secondary.
Nice. Lots of pressure coming up the middle on this third down. Going to push that quarterback out of bounds at about the 21-yard line. So big play by the Sholo defense. Going to bring up 4th down. Nice series there for Sholo.
Yeah, great job. They brought the blitz up the middle, did the Cougars. Forced the quarterback out, and he was finally pushed out by number 54, Zane Engel. Right there, pressure up the middle as you see. That's number 32, Cooper Irvin, that we've talked about in the pregame, who's being considered for the 3A Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, that kid is a stud. And there's a snap over the punter's head. It's going to go into the end zone. He gets it out, and he's going to barely get that kicked out to about the Sabino 27-yard line. So great field position to start this one for the Cougars, and Sabino not off to a great start.
Now it looks like they're a little overexcited here. They were kind of pumping it up on the sidelines, and right there, they just on special teams overflew the punter. Give the punter credit right there for Sabino. Most kids try to kick it out of the end zone, get a penalty and a safety, but there the punter was able to regroup and at least kick it out of the end zone and give his defense a chance.
Yeager under center. Cooper Irvin, the lone back, fakes it to him. One of the defenders from Sabino got a hold of the quarterback, and he had to kind of let it go, and incomplete pass out towards the Sabino sideline. Going to bring up 2nd down.
That's number 54, Liam McDuffel for the Sabercats, that beat his block and was able to get to Yeager and force the bad pass to Brewer.
So here we go, Sholo lined up again. They're in a really tight bunches to the left and right. Looks like they might even have 2 tight ends in, unbalanced a little bit. Here's a handoff to number 6. That's a Kishbaugh. And a nice carry, a nice gain on the play of about 4 yards, but going to bring up a big 3rd down here as they're in 4-down territory.
Yeah, a little give right there to the right side to Kishbaugh. Let his speed try to get through the hole, but it closed quickly by the Sabercat defense.
Yeager in shotgun now. Irvin to the right of him. He's going to roll to the right. Looking downfield. Has a man. Hit him in the chest, but he was unable to grab it, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. Brings up 4th down.
Yeah, right there. Yeager rolling to his right. Stops and throws it to A.J. Henderson. Hits him between the double eights. Henderson just unable to come down with it. 4th down for the Cougars.
Yeager going to line up in shotgun. He has 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. A lot of pressure getting put on him so far by the Sabino defense. Looking over the middle to his big tight end, and he's got it. No, he does not have it. He had it for a second, but a nice job by the Sabino defender. Looked like number 8 got his hand in there and knocked it away at the last minute, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Sabino ball.
As you said, Patrick, right there, number 8 for the Sabercats on defense. Levi Miranda knocks it out of the hands of A.J. Henderson. And how much more important is that by the punter, number 33, Stephen Bishop, to not panic, get the ball, and kick it out of the end zone for the Sabercats and allow his defense to do their job and get no points, allow no points from the Sholo offense.
In shotgun, fakes, throws it down the sideline. He has a nice arm. Trying to go up on a one-handed snag was the Sabino wide receiver. Unable to come down with it. Just tried to get a big play there on 1st down.
Yeah, try a little pump and go right there. The Sabercats did down the sidelines, but Noah Brewer not fighting right there, staying with his man and making a difficult opportunity for the quarterback and receiver to hook up. And Patrick, I don't know if you've noticed down there on the Sholo sideline, they have place cards that they show their offense. They have a younger Joe Matthews, I see. They have a picture of a younger Joe Matthews. I believe it's The Rock, but it's really Joe Matthews.
Joe Matthews taking stats for us tonight. I appreciate Joe. B-Square give him a little hard time. Here's a little buck sweep out to the left. A couple of flags fly. Good pickup, but we'll see what this flag is.
It looks like it might be in the place of holding, but it's kind of more downfield, so I'm not exactly sure what it can be. Maybe a little face mask. Kind of looks like about where the tackle was being made.
There was kind of a flag thrown back from the back judge, and then another one by the white hat closer to the line of scrimmage. So we'll see what it is here, and it is going to be holding against the Sabercats. Going to take them back to their own 22-yard line. So this is going to bring up 2nd and down and about 13 to go.
Well, it looks like the Sabino offense really just likes to throw these little wide receiver screens and every now and then try a pump and go. Let's see if they have a little bit more in their offensive playbook.
2 receivers left, 2 receivers right for Hackworth. He fakes a handoff, going to keep it himself, goes around the edge. Was able to get past a couple tackles, get past the first down mark, and almost out to the 50-yard line. Nice run. That was just a little option play. It might have even been, an option to even throw that a little bit, but he decided to keep it and got some good yardage and picked up the first down.
Yeah, nice job right there by the quarterback of the RPO right there. You read it, right? You read the defensive end. Defensive end was crashing to the running back. He saw that he had the outside, and with his speed that he just showed, he was able to get the outside, be elusive, and get close to Sholo territory.
Man in motion to the right. He's going to hand it to that man in motion. He cuts it back upfield, finds a little seam in the middle. Nice block, come up and made a good hit there, was the free safety, but a good gain on first down.
Yeah, right there, you're going to see great vision by the running back. That's Derek Sanchez of the Sabercats. He's going to the outside. He sees a hole to his left, and he cuts back. The Cougar defense over-pursued and allowed the big play for the Sabercats.
2nd and 4. They're in that same offensive series. A pass down the middle of the field, unable to hit his receiver. He had him open for a minute. Nice job by Brewer, just kind of being right there on his hip. But nice defense there, but just overthrew his receiver. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 4.
Yeah, right there, Hackworth trying to get it to his receiver that was open. He had a step on Brewer right there. That's number 5, Isaiah Aguirre. But Hackworth just overthrew him and now puts Sabino in a 3rd and short situation.
So 3rd and 4. They're on the Cougar, looks like 46-yard line as he looks in to get his play from his coach. They have trips left this time, so 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. He's got 1 lone back behind him, and we're going to get a timeout here to start this series. So we'll take a little break too. We'll take a commercial break. We'll hear from our friends at Ace Hardware.
It just doesn't matter what you do. There's always a holiday or a special occasion to celebrate with the people who mean the most to you. And that's why there's Hallmark in Pine Top. Whatever you're looking for, we're bound to have it. Stuffed animals, toys, fashion, and accessories. Themed gifts of every kind, and of course, Hallmark's favorite gift cards. We're open Monday through Saturday till 6 p.m. and Sundays till 4. You can't miss our beautiful store just a mile south of Safeway. The Hallmark store in Pine Top.
Need COVID relief? Cellular One is here to help with free unlimited data to individuals on qualifying government assistance through the Emergency Broadband Program. On government assistance or the free or reduced hot lunch or breakfast programs, then you may qualify for this special limited time program. Cellular One can help with free talk and text and free unlimited data. Find out how to qualify at any Cellular One store near you. Emergency Broadband is a government benefit program and customers must qualify. Some restrictions apply. Limited time only, non-transferable. Limited to 1 line per household.
All right, we're back. We missed the 3rd down play. I put in 1 too many commercials there, even though we love our sponsor, Cell One. We apologize about that, but 3rd and short, and just overthrew his receiver, as you saw on a quick slant. Byron actually called that play, and he was open. If you would have hit him, Byron, he might have scored on that.
Yeah, that's the 2nd throw that Hackworth has overthrown his receiver who has been open.
So a little movement, a hard count. Sholo moved but didn't come across the line. Here's a quick out route, maybe a hitch route, and that's going to put him right at the marker. It looks like that's going to be a first down. So that was a nice job by the receiver, getting to that marker and getting the first down.
Yeah, nice job by Aguirre out there on the right-hand side. Basically running a curl route. Great coverage by Brewer. Look at that concentration by Aguirre to hold on to the football and get the first down.
Yeah, nice job. 3 receivers to the left. They like to throw the ball, obviously. They like to run this little RPO, this little option. And here's a handoff right up the middle. Nice job by the Sholo Cougars, and I'm sure we're going to be calling number 32's name, who I want to talk about a little bit tonight, and that's Cooper Irvin.
Yeah, that was Cooper Irvin, but on that play right there, that was number 54 for the Cougars that came up. Zane Engel that came in and laid the pop right there. I thought it was going to open up because I thought they allowed the rush from the defensive line to come through, but Engel right there stayed his ground and kept it at a minimal gain.
2nd and 8. 7:41 left to go in the first quarter. Hackworth back to pass. A lot of pressure again. Going to throw, get it out to number 8, but that's still going to be a great play. And who could it be? Of course, that's number 32, Cooper Irvin, sniffing that one out. Nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out, but nicer job by the Sholo defense, being able to stop that for a huge loss.
Yeah, the Cougar defensive line right there coming in on a stunt right there. 88 Henderson going one way, and number 1, Bryson Ryan coming another way, allowing themselves to put pressure on the quarterback and forcing him to throw the ball to a position that he really didn't want to. He did throw it to the running back, but realistically, Patrick, as he goes into the next level, you just throw it at the feet of the running back. Don't take the loss.
Yeah.
Just take the loss of down.
So a big 3rd down play here. Hackworth decides he's going to try to run it himself on a little quarterback draw. And I don't know if it was drawn up like that, but that's what it kind of looked like. And he did gain some yards, but not nearly enough as it's 4th down.
Well, you talk about your guy right there, Cooper Irvin, coming up and just not being fooled and making the solo tackle. How many times does that happen to Hackworth? I bet you not very often.
Not very often. That's a quick kid back there, quarterback, but we've mentioned all year long about the quickness of this Sholo Cougar team, and they're showing it here on defense tonight. Reminiscent of last week, a lot of pressure on that quarterback, just giving him fits back there, not letting him get comfortable in the pocket, not letting him kind of sprint out to the right or left, and just putting a lot of pressure on him.
A lot of stunts up front right now, and that's causing confusion with the offensive line. For the Sabercats, the Cougars are doing a great job with those stunts and coming around and basically forcing the issue, forcing Hackworth to make a decision and try to get rid of the ball or run with it, and he hasn't been able to do either or.
So this possession is going to start on the Cougar 15-yard line. As Yeager comes to center, man in motion. He hands it up to the first guy at field. That's Cooper Irvin, and he gets some good yards. Gets tackled at about 12 yards. Nice run by Cooper Irvin.
Nice job by the offensive line of the Sholo Cougars there. Opening up just the slightest of holes for Cooper Irvin, who just goes right through untouched until he hits the secondary after 12 yards. Big gain by Cooper Irvin.
He hits that hole really fast, and that's a good play by the Cougars. Tried to hand it off up the middle again. This time, the Sabercats were able to sniff that out. Very little gain on this play, maybe a yard.
That's Kishbaugh with the handoff right there with the carry. Right there, you know, Patrick, early on in this game, both sides doing a great job of just staying to the scheme of their defense. They are not moving, they're not biting, they're not letting their eyes be fooled. They're just sticking to what they need to be doing and holding each offense to minimal gains.
So there's Yeager. He rolls out to his right, tries to throw across his body, and that is frowned upon in the football world, to throw across your body, and he's going to throw that, and it is going to be intercepted by the Sabercats, and that's going to give them great field position here to start with 5 minutes left here in this first quarter.
How about Derek Sanchez kind of baiting Colton Yeager into thinking the receiver is open. Colton rolling to his right. He sees a green shirt. He says, I got him. He's open. And Derek Sanchez, but Derek Sanchez just coming right from out of nowhere and picking the ball out of the air before it even got to the receiver. So the first turnover of the game goes to Sabino.
So here we go as the Sabercats line up in that similar lineup that they have with 3 receivers to the right. Little screen pass, and he has nothing but green grass in front of him. Nice plays. He hits the sideline. Did he step out, or is he in? And that's a touchdown for the Sabercats on a little screen play.
Well, what do you do? How do you take advantage of an aggressive defense? You throw the screen pass, you let them upfield, and that's exactly what Sabino did. They let the rush come through. They sucked in the linebackers, and they just snuck out the running back right there for Sabino, and he had nothing but green grass. He picks up a block down the field by Aguirre, and it's touchdown Sabino for the first touchdown of the game.
Yeah, there was a flag thrown on that play. That's what I've been kind of watching as the ref was kind of standing over the flag. Wasn't sure what that was going to be. I think that they called an illegal man downfield, but of course on a screen, if that running back is in front of the line of scrimmage, then that doesn't matter. So they waved off the flag. It's a touchdown, Sabercats, and line up for the extra point attempt.
And that was Levi Miranda for the Sabercats with the touchdown.
And by the looks of that leg, Sabino does have a kicker. So that kick was good, and it might have went over the second fence behind the track there close to the scoreboard. But that was a heck of an extra point by the Sabercats. So here we go, Byron. 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. The Sabercats strike first, 7-0.
Well, what do you do if you're a good team? You take advantage of the turnover, and that's exactly what happened. It was a, as you said, it was just a frowned upon throw by Yeager. You never throw across your body across the field. He was baited into that throw. He threw an interception. Sabino took over, and what they took advantage of an over-aggressive defense that wanted to make a stop or maybe get the ball back. They dumped it off to Miranda out of the backfield, and for the quick strike and for the first score.
Yeah, that was just a great play. And Sholo, other than that one play, has done a great job defensively stopping the Sabercats being able to do pretty much anything. I bet they had negative yards on their first few possessions, but right there, just a nice play call by the coaching staff and execution, and able to get some points on the board. So they are going to take this one out, fake a little reverse, and there goes Brewer. He gets a little seam up the middle, cuts it back to the right. Nice return, going to bring it out to about the 35-yard line. He had a chance there, just one man to beat, and he could have taken that to the house.
Yeah, nice play right there, nice call. Try to trick the eyes of the Sabercats. It didn't really fool them in the respect that they followed the ball, but their eyes followed the ball, and their body was a few seconds late. Brewer took advantage with his speed and is able to get Sholo in good field position.
So here we go. Sholo lines up. See if they can counter here. Yeager under center. He's got two backs. Going to hand it to the first man through again. I believe that's Irving, and as he drives and spins, picks up a few yards, but a nice job there defensively too, stopping him. Gain of about 4 on the play.
Yeah, defensively, Sabino's just going to a 4-3, and they're basically very aggressive. They think that they have some big guys up front that can kind of clog a little bit of the holes. So we'll see what kind of discipline the Sholo Cougar offensive line has to kind of guide them in a different direction.
Here's a pitch out to the left. That's to Kishbaugh. He cuts it back upfield, finds a little seam, makes a couple of spins, brings it out past the 50. A nice run there by Kishbaugh. First time I've seen him try to go outside on a run tonight, so.
He got lucky. They were fortunate. Watch number 88, A.J. Henderson, with a big-time hold on the defensive end. That allowed Kishbaugh to kick it back inside for the big gain, so Sholo Cougars got away with a hold.
All right, Yeager under center again, 2 backs. They're going to have a flag on the play. It looks like maybe a defensive player lined up in the neutral zone. So they're going to make this first and 5 for the Cougars, going to bring it past the 45 to about the 43-yard line. Just under 4 minutes to go. Sabercats up 7-0, but Sholo put something together here, trying to counter that score. Here's a run up the middle by Kishbaugh, going to gain about 3 or 4 yards. It's going to be close to a first down, but it looks like it's going to be about 1.5 yards short.
We're seeing a lot of trying to trick the eye discipline of this defense right here for the Sabino Sabercats. Just like Sabino did on offense, they're trying to trick the eye discipline of the Sholo Cougars. We'll see how it goes throughout the game.
There's Kishbaugh. A shoestring tackle. There is another flag on the play, so we'll see what this one is. But, man, when Kishbaugh got that around that right side, I thought he was going to be gone. But with the flag and the shoestring tackle, we'll see what's happening here.
Looks like we have 2 flags on the play. One's going to be holding. That came all the way back from the referee. I'm not exactly sure where the other one was coming from because that's the line judge, it looks like, on the sideline.
All right, well, we'll get the call here. It was just second and about 1.5 yards. And it does look like this is going to come back. So we have a holding against Sholo. So that'll bring him back 10 yards. Going to put it on 45-yard line. It's going to bring up second and about 7 now. Approaching 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Man in motion. Hands it to the first man through again. That's Cooper Irvin. He finds the seam, brings it out past the 30. Nice run, man. I'm just so impressed with this kid and how hard he hits that hole. I mean, that's key to making things happen is how fast you can hit that hole, and he does a great job with that.
Yeah, he does a great job, and look at the pulling of the offensive line right there. They pulled the right tackle into the middle, who made a key block inside there, number 77 for the Cougars, that allowed Irvin to get the ball and go all the way up the middle.
Here's Kishbaugh with a little run outside. He's doing a good job kicking it back, or cutting it back, excuse me, and did a great job. They had him kind of contained on the outside, and he cut that back upfield and was able to gain 3 or 4 more yards with a good first down play. Going to bring up second and about 1.
Well, no wonder number 77 did a great job. His name's Byron Anderson. Come on, with the name Byron, how else are you going to get a great block out there?
Stud.
How about Rock the Kishbaugh right there with a little jukebox action on his run?
High formation. Kishbaugh with the run, going to be enough for a first down. Going to bring him past the 20-yard line. And a nice job here by Sholo as they kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit. And on that penalty, on that hold, but able to come up with a couple plays to get a first down and get him in the red zone.
All right, Patrick, you see that? There's the young Joe Matthews scorecard right there, play card right there.
I see it.
They're holding it up. Let's see what play young Joe has.
All right, here's a handoff to Cooper Irvin. He finds a hole, gets out to the outside, spins out of a couple of tackles right at the first down marker, and that's going to be really close to another first down at about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, like you said, Patrick, Cooper is just acting like a bowling ball right now. Just give him the ball, and he's just going to go straight downhill, looking for a defenseman to roll over to knock down for the strike in a bowling alley.
Yeah, he just runs hard. He's a senior, so he knows what these playoff games mean, and he wants it, and you can tell tonight. Man in motion again as they hand it off to Irvin up the middle. That's probably going to be enough for a first down. Going to bring it down to about the 7-yard line. So Sholo threatening here with 1.5 minutes to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, nice drive right here by the Sholo Cougars after giving up the big play to the Sabercats, giving up the first score. They've gotten it back, starting from their 35, going across all the way into Sabino territory at the 7-yard line.
So here we go. Hand it off to Kishbaugh on that right side as he pushes through. Gains maybe a couple of yards, but stopped a little short, I think, of the 5-yard line. Going to bring up second down.
You know, we haven't seen a pass on this drive at all. It has been Cooper Irvin and Rock the Kishbaugh. I think with Sabino all lined up, everybody in the box, might not be a bad idea to throw a little pass.
Hand off to the second man through. Nice job by the Sabercats here as they're stacking the box. As Byron just talked about and made a good tackle, that's going to bring up third down.
Yeah, I believe that was number 58 for the Sabercats that just blew his block up and blew the play up right there. That was a nice job.
So here we go, third down, Yeager under center. Cooper Irvin right behind him. Gonna fake that handoff, roll out to his left. And he's trying to get to that corner, unable to get in the end zone. There's gonna be a couple of flags on the play. Looks like maybe a little bit too aggressive as he went out of bounds, and probably gonna be a personal foul here.
I'm gonna see the replay because I want to see what happens. I know they tackled him up a little high. If they say that they hit him after he was out of bounds, that's fine, but the tackle, come on. He's going down feet first. What do you expect? There's, that's clean. Are they saying that he led with the helmet right there? That's not his. As a defender, you're going in thinking, okay, I'm going to be clean. I don't know that he's going to be tackled going down. It's so difficult now, Patrick, to figure it out, to see what is a good hit, what's not a good hit, what's targeting, what's not targeting.
Yeah, that looked like a pretty good play. He did kind of come in there low with the helmet down, but I think he was just trying to get the tackle before he got in the end zone. But that's going to, it's still saying third down, but it's not. It's first down and goal as Yeager, quarterback sneak, and is he going to get in? I see a touchdown there. So Yeager with the quarterback sneak up the middle, and he is going to get in for the Cougar first score of the game tonight.
Yeah, great drive by the Cougar offense right now in response to the first touchdown, the first points by the Sabino Sabercats of the game. And here's the Cougars. They drove 65 yards to answer the bell.
Yeah, and this is something that Sholo hasn't done a lot of this year is kicking. They don't like to punt. They don't like to kick extra field goals. That one's up. It's a little short, but it is good. It clears the goalpost, and that one got in. So that ties it up with 15 seconds left here in the first quarter, 7-7. Man, we are right here behind the band. I'm sure that they are rocking. This mic is on. I'm sure everybody's been able to hear that at home or in your car, wherever you're at tonight. So, hey, let us know. Let us know where you're at. Let us know some scores. We got a few big games going on tonight. Let's see. We've got, obviously, this game, 8 and 9. Round Valley is taking on Wickenburg over in the Dome tonight. We have Payson going all the way down to Yuma to play the Yuma Catholic Shamrocks. And then the other game tonight, let's see, we got Sholo, we got Payson, Snowflake, Monument Valley. That's not so much that big of a game, but you never know. But there's one more. Who am I missing?
I think that's everybody in the 3A East, isn't it?
Round Valley and Wickenburg, Sholo, Sabino, Snowflake, Monument Valley, and Payson, Yuma. Okay, yeah. I think I got them. Yep. So if you have any of those scores, let us know. Here's a short kick to about the 20-yard line. That's number 6, going to bring it out. That's going to bring it out to about the 35-yard line. And there will be a play, one more play run before the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, the key on that whole offensive drive for the Cougars is power football. They just ran the ball, give it to 32, give it to 32, give it to 6. And then when they got close, hey, let's just have 4 sneak it in. And that's exactly what happened. Great ground attack by the Sholo Cougar offense on that entire drive.
Great job by the Cougars, comeback, tying this one up. Here's a snap and a handoff to 21 around the edge. Going to try to cut it back, but there's that quick Sholo defense. Not going to have a whole lot of success running the ball outside tonight, but that's going to do it for the first quarter. Wow. 7-7, Byron. End of the first quarter. What a game we have tonight to start this first round of the playoffs. And we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Sorry, we just can't finance you on the purchase.
I wish we had credit for you, but unfortunately we're unable to make it happen.
Heard this before? Then make the change to Hatch Toyota Credit Express, and you'll be driving a quality late-model, low-mileage car, truck, SUV, crossover, or new Toyota today. Put Hatch Toyota Credit Express to work for you. Hatch Toyota in Sholo has an extensive lending network that specializes in making auto loans available for everyone. We will get you the best rate possible and work with you until you're comfortable with the payment in minutes, not hours, not days. If you want to drive a new Toyota or quality pre-owned vehicle that fits your lifestyle and budget, do it with Hatch Toyota Credit Express. Make your payments easy and affordable right from the start. The worry is gone. Drive away today with Hatch Toyota Credit Express at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and HatchToyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 31 years. Offers on approved credit plus tax, title, license, and dealer doc fee. See dealer for details.
All right, welcome back. Start of the second quarter as Sabino throws a little quick pass out to the right, and a nice play by the Cougars to stop that one in short. Third down.
Yeah, nice job right there. I believe that's number 5 for the Cougars, doing a nice job of coming off his man and going and making the tackle against the Sabino Sabercats, leaving them in a 3rd and 5 situation.
3rd and 5, 3 receivers here to the left, one split out to the right. Hackworth in shotgun, tries to throw that little slant again. He's having a hard time with that slant tonight as he just keeps throwing that over the receiver's head. Going to bring up a 4th down. Nice job by the Sholo Cougars here defensively.
Well, I can see why U of A offered him a scholarship. I'm just kidding. He's a little young. He's going to get those grooves right now. He just hasn't quite found that throwing motion that he likes to hit on those quick slants because they are open, as you said, Patrick, but a little trouble here tonight.
There's another high snap. Barely got that off. Almost was blocked. It is going to be recovered by number 2. That's Brewer, and he's going to try to get down that sideline. Has some room. Got the speed. Going to bring it out past the 50. Nice job, and there's going to be a flag at the end of the play, too. Not sure what that's going to be, but nice job by Brewer getting it past and in Sabercat territory.
This is a flag that I never agree with, and it's tough on the officials, I get, but they have to go by the letter of the law. But if the guy with the ball is running, and yeah, he steps out of bounds, but he's still running down the sidelines, and you don't hit him, and they all of a sudden call it a touchdown, you're in trouble with your coach, right?
Yeah.
So the punter just kind of pushed him out of bounds again, and they're calling them, and they're flagging him for an additional 15 yards here. It's going to set up the Sholo Cougar offense in great field position inside Sabino territory.
Nice. Scoring update out of Snowflake. Thank you, my favorite oldest daughter, Shayna Page, for sending the score in 27-7. Snowflake on top over there in Snowflake. There's 3 minutes and 46 seconds left in the first quarter. So that one is going to be over here pretty soon, I'm feeling.
Yes, and we also have score updates from Round Valley. Round Valley is tied 7-7 midway through the second quarter, and Push Ridge is winning 10-0 in the second quarter.
All right, here's a handoff to Kishbaugh, second man through. Nice job by Sabino defense. Nice tackle there. A gain of a couple on the play. Going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, quick penetration right there by the Sabino defense. That's number 52. We've called him out quite a bit right there. And that is Sam Franco, who did a nice job of disrupting that play and not allowing that play to get off.
So big 3rd down. They're probably in four down territory here as the clock hits about 10 minutes to go in this first half. Tie ball game 7-7. Looks like they're gonna let this clock die down and they're gonna call a timeout here. So we'll keep it here as we talk a little bit about the other games that are going on tonight. So you had mentioned Byron, the score of Push Ridge. So Push Ridge is playing Thatcher tonight. And I believe that's right because it's they're in the bottom bracket, Snowflake and Monument Valley, and then I think right above them, I think whoever wins Snowflake Monument Valley plays the winner of Push Ridge and Thatcher. So that's a pretty big game. And you said Push Ridge is up 10-0 in the second quarter.
10-0, and if I remember correctly, did Snowflake not play Push Ridge down at Push Ridge, correct?
They did. They played Push Ridge. Push Ridge played them tough. I mean, it was a tough game. I can't remember the score, but it seems like it wasn't crazy. I think they gave them a really good game.
I think Snowflake came out on top, correct? But
yes, they did.
I think it was by a touchdown. Like, for some reason, 27-20 or something like that. It seemed like it was a pretty close game. So I'm sure Push Ridge is maybe looking forward to that second round matchup. Maybe a little revenge game.
Yeah, maybe not looking forward to coming up the mountain in this cold weather, but I'm sure they're looking forward to the game. So here we go, coming out of the timeout, 9:52 left to go in the first half. Sholo Yeager in shotgun. They have bunches left. Snap, Yeager back to pass, a little bit of pressure. From behind, he fumbles, was able to land on it. But that was a dangerous play there as he did lose the ball, but was able to spin right on top of it. And this is going to bring up fourth down.
Yeah, a little blitz on the outside. It was to Yeager's right as he's rolling a little bit to his left. That's number 28, Mason Cade, that comes in and makes a nice play, strips the ball from Yeager. Luckily, it falls straight in front of him. He's able to fall down on it.
Looks like the Cougars are going to punt this ball away. This was a little sketchy, the last punt they had. Good snap, no pressure by Sabino because they figure they're probably going to get a pretty good possession on this, but nice job there. Brought it down to the 15-yard line, so that's where the Sabercats will start this drive.
Trying to see if there's a flag or not, because the line judge came in to talk to the referee. There's a little stoppage, so I'm not sure. Oh, yep, we do. We have a little motion against Sholo Cougars, but that will be declined, and Sabino will take over.
Okay.
See how easy that was, Patrick?
Easy enough. Easy enough. So, all right, as mentioned, on the 15-yard line, Cougars have done a great job here at the start of this second quarter, holding Sabino to a 3-and-out on their first possession of the second quarter. This Sholo defense is tough. They're quick, and they like to come up and hit, especially that number 32. We're gonna say his name a lot tonight. Cooper Irvin, senior linebacker for the Cougars. Here's a handoff down to the left side. Oh, that was a big hit. Wow, there's another flag on the play. I think they're going to get another holding on this. I think the wide receiver, did you see that, Byron?
Yeah, that was number 23 for the Sabercats. They're going to call holding. But, you know, as much as you've called a late hit out of bounds against Sabino, I'm kind of curious. And that kind of was a helmet-to-helmet right there. But, wow. Sholo defender right there not taking it on the chin. How's that?
Yeah. So let's see. That's going to be it's going to be a flag. So that's going to be half the distance to the goal line. So that's going to bring it back to the 10-yard line, it looks like. So 1st and 15. Lots of penalties here in this first half. Lots of holding, a couple of late hit personal fouls. Here's a man in motion. He's going to fake that. Quarterback's going to keep it. Hackworth, he's going to try to get outside, and there you go. Nice tackle. Let's get a number on that. That's number 10.
That's Jeremy Kishbaugh right there. They had just got his Kishbaugh rocked on the play previous, but there he does a nice job of sticking with, watching the hips, not being fooled, and just going right for the legs and getting the minimal gain by Hackworth.
Yeah, that was a nice tackle there, getting into the legs and just taking him out. Not a big gain on that play, a gain of probably about 4 on the play, and going to bring up 2nd down and 11 for the Sabercats.
see if there's some creativity. They've made it pretty easy for the Sholo defense and for the Sholo defensive coordinator to really just game plan for this. You don't see a lot of different looks or different, you see a lot of empty backfields, empty sets. If they have one running back, they do some slants. But let's see if they kind of come up with a little bit more creativity here on this drive.
They just got a penalty. Took too much time. Bring him back half the distance again. Here's a quick pass, a little slant, and that's going to be picked off by Brewer. And he's going to take it to the corner of the end zone. He's going to get in for a Sholo touchdown. Wow.
Well, how about what we talked about, lack of creativity right there. Aguirre, number 5, and the other receiver, Miranda, they're trying to do a slant. The quarterback, Hackworth, he looks right at him on the play. He's looking over on that side. Noah Brewer doing a great job of using his eyes and seeing it, and then just stepping in front of the receiver for the interception, and then eluding the tackle and going in untouched for the go-ahead touchdown, defensive touchdown for the Cougars.
Wow, that's Nash Brewer. Nash Brewer is number 2, and man, they've ran a lot of those slants tonight. And Nash, great football players, great players make plays. And sometimes you just have to take a chance. Sometimes you just have to read and take a chance. And I think Brewer took a chance on that. He saw it was going to be a slant, and he just jumped that slant and made a great play and put the Cougars up with the extra point good. 14-7. The Cougars are on top. We're just watching the replay again on this as Hackworth, and Byron's exactly right. He looked that way the whole time. He just could see it coming, and nice job by Nash Brewer just jumping that and getting in the end zone, helping his team out. This is a big play as you. In the playoffs, if you can get a defensive TD in the playoffs, that's just huge, especially in a big game like this where you're facing teams that are on a level playing field. This is number 8 and number 9. They're supposed to be, pretty close to the same level as far as talent, and we're seeing that tonight. But just a nice play by Brewer.
Yeah, nice play by Brewer, and right there again, you see that. You always want to come in trying to win the turnover battle. They were -1 to Sholo Cougars. They got it back to even, and now, guess what? Because you go to even, you're 1 score up.
So here's the kick. Brings it out to about the 18-yard line. It's going to be a return. Trying to get up the middle of the field. Finds a little bit of a seam. Able to get it past the 30. Maybe to the 33. And that is where this possession will start for the Sabercats. So, here we go again. Sholo just doing a great job defensively, putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. They're doing a great job on those receivers and defending them, staying on their hips, and just a lot of overthrown passes tonight so far by Hackworth. And then the pick 6 on the last possession.
Hackworth is a sophomore, and we'll see what happens here. See if how he comes and responds to the turnover.
Similar formation here with 2 receivers to the left. He's going to hand it off to the first man through. He gets through the line of scrimmage, puts his head down, runs over a defender, gets it past the 50 and in Cougar territory.
Yeah, that's Miranda right there up the gut. Nice job by the big guys up front, just sealing off the middle. And then there's a big block of Cooper Irvin that springs Miranda for a big gain.
Sabino lining up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Going to fake that handoff now, and here's Hackworth as he tries to break it outside but loses his footing and slips, goes down for a gain of about 3 yards.
Now here's something I like to see from the Sabercat offense is try to roll Hackworth. See what he could do on the road. Let him have that option on the outside to either throw or run. We know he likes to run, so give him that option. Give it a little wrinkle so that the Sholo Cougar defense doesn't just come up the middle and put pressure on him.
Yeah, I don't know if he slipped there or if he saw Kishbaugh coming and decided he was just going to go down. Here's kind of a broken play as Hackworth fumbles the snap, but he gets outside, does a great job scrambling, going to bring it out past the 35. That's going to be a first down for the Sabercats. So nice job on a broken play there by Hackworth.
That was a little premature snap right there by the center. Nobody was expecting it. Hackworth definitely wasn't. And all of a sudden, sometimes what happens on a broken play, you throw the defense for a loop because they don't know what to do, and they think, oh, I'm just going to go after you. And right there's no outside containment by the Cougar defense, and Hackworth gets outside, gets the first down.
Here we go. So 1st and 10 on the Sholo 34-yard line. Hackworth hands it off to that first man through again. He breaks a couple of tackles. That's number 6. Stiff arms with free safety. That's Brewer. And gets it down to about the 15-yard line. Having some success up the middle, which you haven't seen from this Sholo defense tonight yet for sure. But having a little success running it up the middle.
That was Kenneth Blackman right there, just following the big center up the middle as he seals it off.
Here's a fake handoff, fake pass, and Hackworth just is going to take that himself, pick up a couple of yards. I don't know how many hits he can take like that throughout this game, but that was a big hit by the Cougars.
Well, that was a great job right there by number 1. Let's have Bryson Ryan.
Yeah, I see
right
that.
there. He stepped out, got in the throwing lane, caused Hackworth to bring it down and have to run, try to get positive yardage.
So here we go, 2nd down and 8 from the Cougar 15-yard line. Going to try to take that outside. Wow, and guess who? The man, number 32, Cooper Irvin. Wow, nice play by Cooper.
Well, you want to get your peanut buttered right there. That's Cooper Irvin doing it right there on the running back of the Sabino Sabercats. The only unfortunate thing is at the next level for Cooper Irvin, that's a flag, and he's out for the second half.
Yeah, because that was helmet to helmet.
That's targeting.
Yeah, that was helmet to helmet.
That was a great tackle right there by Cooper Irvin. Way to stand his ground right there, not bite, and just take it right to the running back. And just basically, that's what you're supposed to do as a tackle, as you're taught, right? Go through the ball carrier, and that's exactly what Cooper did right there, hey, Patrick. We've got a few scoring updates.
Let's hear them.
All right, we got River Valley 3, Eastmark 0, quarter 2. St. John's, there's another local game right there. St. John's 7, Camp Verde 0, quarter 2. And whoever wins this game gets the winner of this game, and that is ALA Gilbert. I'm not even going to say North, okay?
Yeah, I don't care.
ALA Gilbert, 21, Phoenix Christian 0. That's whoever wins this game between Sholo and Sabino will play the winner of that game right there. ALA, Phoenix Christian, ALA up 21-0.
Thanks for those updates. Try to keep you updated throughout the night on these big games. First round of the playoffs is mentioned tonight. Man, I can't believe this time of year is already here. First round. Only a few more weeks of high school football to go. It's a sad day. Here's a pass up the middle on that slant route. And Hackworth finally had one fall into place. He put that one right on the money.
Yeah, he did a great job of just threading the needle and put it right out in front of his receiver. Number 20, Derek Sanchez, who just took that big hit by Cooper Irvin. He just split the seam on the defenders. He was just too fast for Colton Yeager was one. I couldn't see who the other one. But he was just too fast, split him. Hackworth did a great job of just leading him into the end zone.
What a great game we got tonight with 5.5 minutes to go in the first half as the kicker comes out to attempt the extra point. Last time this kicker kicked, he kicked it about 50 yards. We'll see what he can do here on this extra point. Every point important in these playoff games, especially an 8 and a 9 seed tonight. There's gonna be a flag. That's gonna be on the defense. Gonna be lined up in the neutral zone. It looks like. A lot of times when this happens, the ball goes half the distance, and the offense will come out back on the field and try to go for 2.
Patrick, I'm gonna tell you, I would like to see, instead of automatically calling a penalty, let the play go through. I mean, I know it's an extra point, but I mean, we saw it earlier against Sabino, and Sholo got the automatic 5. Let him play it. It's a free play. See what happens.
Yeah.
Don't automatically call it. It's not like the kid jumped over the line of scrimmage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. But the second attempt is good also. as Sholo put some pressure there. Almost got a block, but kick is up and good. Going to tie this one up with 5.5 minutes left to go in the first half. What a ball game tonight, as expected, as the number 9 Sabino Sabercats come up the hill. Man, I was down in the desert yesterday, and it was hot. I mean, I took off from here with a coat on, and I got down there, and I had to shed some clothes. It was like 95 degrees.
Right, you come up, you leave here in the morning. You got the long sleeve T-shirt, the pants, the sweatshirt, and then by the time you get down to Phoenix, you're trying to figure out, did I pack shorts and a T-shirt?
Exactly. So these guys coming up from Tucson, I'm sure they're starting to feel it about now as this temperature drops, and the Cougars loving every minute.
That was a nice job by the Sabino Sabercats after giving up their points on turnovers by the Nash Brewer interception. And after that, they were able to take it down and get the game-tying score. So both teams taking advantage of turnovers and taking that punch. Not the knockout punch, but they're taking that punch that kind of staggers them and able to come back, get to their feet, and throw a few jabs of their own.
Yep, great job. Anytime you can counter a score, especially a defensive score, is a big deal offensively. So nice job by the Sabercats, but here come the Cougars. The kick went into the end zone, so that's going to be a touchback. Bring the ball back to the 20-yard line, and that is where this drive will start for the Cougars. Quarterback Yeager is going to hand that up. First man, hand that off to the first man through the line. That's going to be number 1.
Bryson Ryan.
Bryson Ryan. We haven't got a chance to call his name tonight yet, I don't think. So first carry, I think, for Bryson. And a pickup of about 3 yards on the play. Here's another handoff to Ryan. He kind of steps over a defender trying to make that tackle. Picks up a few more yards from that. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 2.
Nice job by Ryan right there, getting through the hole. Sabino with a little blitz, inside blitz that's picked up. Ryan gets it to the outside, and he bounces off the tackle right there of number 3, Stubblefield, and gets a few more yards. Tough sledding for Bryson Ryan.
Yeager under center. He's got 2 running backs behind him. And that's a broken play, and not a good time for a broken play. I don't know what happened on that. It looked like they might have been going to that little cross run. I know they like to shake that up and kind of run the first running back through and then bring it to the second running back, a little deception play, and not sure what happened on that, but he turned around with a couple of Sabercats in his face.
Well, I think, Yeager right there just misread the play. The fullback went right where he's supposed to go. It was like a fullback dive, but Yeager, I don't think, went far enough to that position to fake the handoff to him.
So this is going to be a punt by the Cougars, going to give the Sabercats good field position. No return on the play for the Sabercats. That's nice pursuit by the Cougars. Going to bring it to the 45-yard line.
Well, that was a big defensive stand for the Sabercats after you score. You know, Patrick, in baseball, Joe Matthews will appreciate this. In baseball, after your team scores, you hope your pitcher goes out and throws a shutout inning, right? Gets that inning, kind of does it. That's exactly what the Sabercats did right there. They get out, they score, and then they produce a 3-and-out. Shutdown inning. It's called a shutdown inning, and that's exactly what the Sabino Sabercats did on that defensive stand.
That's a great way to put it, for sure. So I'm not sure. I know that there was it might have been a personal foul on that. I wasn't watching the flag or what the call was, but that's going to bring it back 15 yards. So this is going to take it all the way back to the 38-yard line of the Sabercats. They've got their 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, lone back, Hackworth in, shotgun. A little fake again going down that sideline. He's just going to overthrow his receiver. He likes to give that little shoulder fake and then throws it deep down the sideline.
Well, here's the problem with the shoulder shimmy. If you're Hackworth and for the Sabino coordinators, one, Sholo's not biting. They're playing off because they know that the Sabino receivers are faster or quicker. So they're playing off the ball. The second thing is that with the defensive line and the offensive line of both teams, Hackworth, you can't see him in the back. So you don't even know if he is giving you the shimmy shangle right there, the fake.
Here's a handoff up the middle. They've had some success with this play. Broken tackle. And gets it past the 50-yard line. It's going to be a first down. But this kid, number 6, he's running hard. And they're having some success against that Sholo defense in that spread offense and just hitting the middle of that line and finding some yards there.
Yeah, that's Blackman right there, I believe. Kenneth Blackman. Again, second time he's gotten the carry and just busted up the middle right there for a big gain. Sometimes you wonder, why not just stick to it? You've seen number 6, Blackman, number 8, Miranda have success doing it, and even Hackworth when he fakes it and follows it in. Let's see if they kind of continue with that.
Here's another little quarterback draw. I don't know if that's drawn up like that. It looks like he's going to throw, and then he just kind of hits the middle of that hole. And I think that's a called play, a quarterback draw, but he's not going to pick up anything on that. In fact, loses about a half a yard on the play.
Yeah, there's a nice job by Cooper Irvin. He's blocked at first by the running back, and then Hackworth decides he's going to try to take off. And Cooper Irvin sees it and just makes a dive at the legs of Hackworth to bring him down for a sack.
Yeah, nice job again. Cooper Irvin, we'll say his name plenty of more times tonight. And as they switch up their defense a little bit, as Brewer comes to this side of the field, Kishbaugh goes to the other side. Here's another handoff off the middle, and wow, there's that Sholo defense and that quickness.
That was Engel right there coming up on that run blitz from his inside linebacker position, just stonewalling Miranda at the point of attack right there and forcing Sabino into a 3rd and long situation. Patrick, a few more scoring updates. Eastmark 6, River Valley 3.
Wow.
Second quarter. Thatcher 12, Push Ridge 10, second quarter.
Okay. That's more like it, Thatcher. Here's another play trying to avoid that sack and just not able to do so with the quickness of the Cougar defense. Nice job that time, and as coach calls a timeout, give them a little bit of time to maybe get down and score before half with 2 minutes and 9 seconds left to go. As it's 4th down, Sabino's going to have to punt this ball with it being 4th and forever, 4th and 15.
Nice timeout. That's a good call by Coach Hernandez, and I'll tell you why. Not just saving clock, but guess what? Sabino's going to be punting from their own 48-yard line. They haven't had a good snap at a good punt all game long, and just on that last punt, Sholo was very close to blocking it. Why not call the timeout, save some time, and let your guys know, look, let's let them make the mistake. Put pressure on the punter, see if they can get a clean snap, and then possibly block, and let's get ourselves great field position here just before the quarter ends. And I think that's a smart timeout by Coach Hernandez.
Yeah, and I do too, and you saw what was going on across the field. That snapper and the punter were practicing that snap a little bit, and the first couple that I saw of that were short. And so we'll see what happens here. That's a pretty good snap. And here comes the Cougars. They came after it, but he got it off, and a good punt. Going to take a Sabino bounce too, and that's going to get him all the way down to the 10-yard line. So nice job by the punter there and getting that down. They have a long field with under 2 minutes to go.
And we got some more scoring updates, Patrick. We got Snowflake 41, Monument Valley 7 in the second quarter. And as our play-by-play guy Floyd Simmons would say, it's not over. Stay tuned for the second half. And then we have Apollo 15, Central 14. That's a final. And we have ALA Gilbert 28, Phoenix Christian 0. And still in the second quarter, St. John 7, Camp Verde 0.
So here we go, a long field to cover with just under 2 minutes to go. Jaeger going to hand that off to the second man through. Kishbaugh running hard. Gets away from a couple of tackles at the line of scrimmage. Pickup of about four on the play. And this clock is running.
And as this clock runs, so does the temperature go down. I've started to feel a little bit of cool air coming down. And you know what? That jacket might be coming on.
Yeah, it's getting a little chilly. That little breeze that came up, it's cold. Here's a high snap. Jaeger just decided he's going to keep it himself. And he's going to pick up a first down. That'll stop the clock for a second until they can get this ball placed. 1:20 to go in this first half.
Yeah, again, as I said, Patrick, sometimes your best play is the broken play. And right there, a high snap. Jaeger couldn't fake the handoff. Everybody from Sabino kind of thought, did it go over his head? And Jaeger pulled it down and got the first down.
Jaeger back to pass right up the middle. Dangerous pass there. That's a dangerous pass over the middle of the field, but he did catch it. The tight end for the Cougars, and that's going to be a pickup of about 5 yards. Clock is running, 50 seconds left.
Give that man a cigar right there, the Henderson right there with that catch. Coach Joe Matthews right there taking stats. I think he had the radar gun. Colton Jaeger just threw a bullet pass about 5 yards into Henderson.
Man, that was a great pass by Jaeger there. Right in the numbers on a slant. That was a deep slant.
Lane Perkins right there coming across the middle, as you're saying, Patrick. And Colton Jaeger putting the ball right where it needs to be, right on the hands, and you got to get to stick 'em if you're going to make that play. Perkins.
Here we go. Pass down the sidelines. Going to be incomplete. It's going to bring up fourth down, so they're going to have to punt this ball away. And their punter has not been able to kick the ball downfield very far is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying not to be mean, but just not a whole lot of success getting a deep punt off tonight. So, I mean, these guys are lined up back there 5, 10, 15, maybe 20, 25 yards is what he's lining up. High snap. That is a little bit of a higher kick. Going to call a fair catch. Maybe he didn't, but wasn't able to get a return. So that was one positive thing about that Sholo punter was being able to get the ball up in the air.
Yeah, Jaeger right there. He's been punting the ball all night, and he just got some air underneath it, even though it didn't go very far. But it didn't allow the Sabercats to have a return deep inside Sholo territory.
So we'll see what the Sabercats decide to do here as this clock winds down with 21 seconds left to go. Hackworth is going to go right over the middle, and he has a man right in the middle of the field. Going to bring it down to about the 26-yard line. Nice passes. They hustle. That's going to stop the clock for a minute as they set the chains.
Yeah, nice job right there. Nice play call. You know, they had guys on the outside, and then they just used the slot receiver, which is Sanchez, just to come across the middle. Nobody there, no linebackers, no secondary. And that was a big play for the Sabino Sabercats on 2 counts, Patrick. One, they get it inside the 26-yard line, a lot closer to the end zone. They have a few more now better opportunities to throw into the end zone. But second, as we've seen on the extra points, it looks like they've got a field goal kicker that could at least have the leg to get it the distance of a field goal. I don't know about the accuracy, but he definitely has the leg to get it over the goalpost.
Absolutely. And it looks like that the do they have any timeouts, or was that the last one I'm trying to see over there?
It looks like it's a 0.
Okay, I couldn't tell if it was the left or the right. I know it looks like Sholo has one more timeout, but that was the last timeout for the Sabercats. So they're gonna throw, obviously. And they need to be really careful here. As Byron, he keeps pointing out the middle of the field here. Here's another pass. This is going to go to the sideline. He's going to be caught, and he's going to be tackled out of bounds right at the first down marker. Was that a fumble? As it's picked up, and he goes down the sideline. I did not see what happened, but he is going to go all the way in for a score. And I did not see what happened.
Well, that was, I think, Kishbaugh right there, the younger Kishbaugh that put the pop onto the wide receiver that caught the ball. It's just a matter, and he popped the ball out, and it never went out of bounds, I don't believe. But I will say this, it looked like it rolled off the player. The player's out of bounds. That's out of bounds. That's a dead ball. But we'll see what happens. They're calling it a touchdown. Turnover, touchdown by the Sholo Cougars.
Wow, I want to see that again because I did not see the ball come out, obviously. I just saw a Sholo player running down the sideline, and they are going to call this a touchdown. I'm luckily, we have replay, so we're running this over and over. But I don't know if he had even possession of that ball. Did he even have?
He did. He had possession. It was a fumble. Now the question is, was it out of bounds or not? That was the question, and it was Ray Pedroza that comes away with it and runs 80 yards down the sideline for a go-ahead touchdown at the end of the second quarter, at the end of the half.
So that is a huge play for the Cougars as they get the ball in the second half. So they're not only going to go up possibly 21-14, but be able to come out after the half and have possession again. This is huge. It's huge for the Cougars. Well, Two big defensive plays.
Big momentum right there on that. I mean, here's Sabino's trying to run out the clock, throw a little sideline pass, get it a little closer, maybe get the field goal to go ahead 17-14. And then all of a sudden, here it is, just a throw, interception, fumble, and next thing you know, Sholo takes the lead going into the quarter.
So that extra point was blocked. And as they were trying to pick it up, I think that Sabino is going to be called for unsportsmanlike.
Well, it's funny because I think, the kicker, he goes and grabs the guy and starts to tackle him, and then the guy kind of flips him over, and I think they're going to call unsportsmanlike conduct, but from the replay, that's not unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah. Well, interesting way to end the half as the Sabercats were getting ready to, they're going to call offsetting personal fouls or unsportsmanlike conducts on that play. So they're going to offset, and now they're throwing another flag as a coach is kind of getting into it with one of the refs. Man, this is a crazy way to end this half, as we get a flag as the teams are running off the field. So that'll be assessed on the kickoff, I'm sure, of the second half. And, wow, like I said, Byron, what a way to end this first half. As the Cougars get a big interception, get in the end zone, unable to hit the extra point, but go in at halftime with a lead, 20-14. We'll be right back with the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report.
It couldn't be easier scheduling your next appointment at Summit Healthcare's Orthopedic Clinic. And Summit's new roster of orthopedic surgeons includes Dr. Jeffrey Cornelson. Dr. Cornelson brings experience and expertise specializing in joint replacement, arthroscopy, rotator cuff repair, ACL reconstruction, and much more. Schedule your next appointment now. Same day and next day appointments are available. Contact Summit Healthcare at 928-537-66.
you if and when you need to make a claim, discuss options when life changes, or put you and your needs first. At the Troy Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency, that's exactly who you'll get. People over profit. Years of expertise and knowledge, personalized service, and a straightforward, comprehensive, and cost-effective insurance solution. Call or visit the Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency now and experience exactly what you've been missing.
Sports Zone Radio is pleased to announce that we are now live streaming our Friday Night Football Show Game of the Week every Friday night on our website, sportszone123.com. You're sure to love the high-quality, high-definition live video produced by the best team in the business, and we think that you'll especially appreciate our second-to-none instant replay system. This is Floyd Simmons inviting you to tune in the broadcast on radio at 98.5 KRFM. Listen in on the Sports Zone Radio mobile app and enjoy our live video stream every Friday, plus the replay all week long at sportszone123.com.
Give me an S. Give me a U. Give me a Y. Give me a V. What's that stand for? Sell us your vehicle.
At Hatch Toyota Sholo, we want your late model, good condition vehicle. We're buying. Sell us your car. Stop by Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall for a free, no obligation quote. We're paying top dollar, often over Kelley Blue Book. The used car market is at its peak, and your current vehicle will never be worth more. Sometimes more than you paid for it. We'll buy from you even if you don't buy from us. Get a free Carfax report and no obligation quote. Get a quote, get a check. It's that easy.
Give me a G. Give me an A. Give me a Q. Give me a G. Give me an A. Give me a C. What's that stand for? Get a quote. Get a check.
Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and hatchtoyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 31 years.
Take it to the max with Free for Life from Cellular One. Activate a new line of service with Free for Life and you'll get the Sky D5 Max smartphone for free. Plus, you get 5 gigabytes of LTE unlimited nationwide talk and text and unlimited Facebook for free. See how to qualify and get your free for Life Sky D5 Max smartphone while supplies last at any Cellular One store or at mycellular1.com. Free for Life is a government subsidized Lifeline product available to eligible customers. Only one Lifeline phone per household. Not transferable. Other restrictions apply.
The year was 2011. Tim Tebow was still playing quarterback in high school, but he was about to become a legend. With his team behind 17-0, he was tackled and broke his leg. Despite the excruciating pain, he told his coach, "Don't take me out of the game, I want to play." Tim led his team back and scored the game-winning touchdown on a 20-yard run. The start of the Tim Tebow legend. This is Sports Zone Radio's Byron Brown with a message from Beeler Orthodontics in Sholo. A message to every young White Mountains athlete to never give up. Beeler Orthodontics. Live life with a smile.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
This month we are giving away turkeys, and backed by popular demand, we are doing it again. We are giving away 2 more tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas and 2 more tickets to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert. When you use Mountain Mobile Auto Glass to replace your insured windshield, your name goes in the hat and your name could be drawn as the winner of 2 premium lower level seats to see the championship night of the National Finals Rodeo. Plus 2 tickets that same weekend to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert on their last tour. And this month, everyone gets a Thanksgiving turkey. Keep it yourself or we will donate it in your name to your favorite White Mountain Food Bank. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass today.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back. Woohoo!
It's that time of year again. You can feel the excitement in the air. You know what? It's our kickoff to savings event at Hatch Toyota in Sholo. And you don't want to miss our award-winning lineup of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. $24.99! $24.99! Hut, hut! New Toyota Corollas, Camrys, RAV4s, 4Runners, Tacomas, and Tundras. We have the best inventory in the White Mountains, plus our low price guarantee. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years or 25,000 miles. 286! 286! Hut, hut! Don't miss our kickoff to savings at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and HatchToyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 31 years.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at HatchToyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
See dealer for details.
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's halftime here at Show Low High School. Score: Show Low 20, Sabercats 14. Nice play at the end of that first half. As a nice hit on a pass play, fumble picked up and ran about 80 yards to the house to put the Show Low Cougars up by 6. Unable to get the extra point, but still a lot of momentum coming in at half and getting possession for the Cougars to start the second half. So real quick, I'm going to run down just some stats, and then I'll turn it over to B Squared for some thoughts and also some scoring updates. So here we go for the first half. We've got Sabino. They have total yards of 184 yards. And looks like rushing on that is 91. They've had 17 rushing attempts and 91 total yards on that. Passing yards, they have 93. So Hackworth is 9 of 15 for 93 yards. That's a little over 10 yards per pass play with 2 TDs. They've also had 7 penalties for 57 yards, so that's been a big part of that first half was some of those penalties by the Sabercats. So hurt them a little bit in that first half. So again, as far as individual stats, Cameron Hackworth, the big U of A recruit, sophomore from Sabino, 9 of 15 for 93 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. His long was 39 yards, and that came in that second quarter. Sorry, I'm trying to get this pulled up again. All right, let's see. Did I mess this up? I don't think so. All right, we're back. Okay, so rushing, Hackworth has 9 attempts for 31 yards. Number 6, that's Ken Blackman. He's got the couple of big runs up the middle for the Sabercats. He has 4 attempts for 31 yards. And then Levi Miranda, number 8, has 1 attempt for 24 yards. Number 20, Derek Sanchez, has 2 attempts for 3 yards. And the last one on the list here is number 21, Andrea Baca. And he has 1 attempt for 2 yards. Receiving for the Sabercats, number 5, he has 3 receptions for 6 yards. And number 20, Derek Sanchez, he's the one with the big play over the middle that scored the touchdown. So he has 4 passes for 57 yards and 1 touchdown. And then the 39-yard attempt came to number 8, Levi Miranda. He has 2 receptions for 30 yards, and his long was that 39 and with the touchdown. And so that is that's pretty much the stats for the Sabercats for the first half. Let's see. Time of possession. I'm always interested in this. I don't know if anybody else is, but time of possession for the Sabercats is 16 minutes and 56 seconds. 9 first downs, 184 total yards. So let's switch over to the Show Low Cougars. So here we go. So Sholo with a few minutes less of time of possession than the Sabercats. They've had time of possession of 13.33. They've had 8 first downs. Their total yards is 98 for the night. They've had 31 plays in this first half. So Yeager has 7 attempts. As far as passing, he only has 1 completion for 5 yards. He does have an interception. And his pass was to number 88, A.J. Henderson. 1 reception for that 5 yards. Now, I'd give Yeager a little bit of credit. He has had a couple of really nice passes that has hit his receivers in the chest and just has not been able to keep a hold of the ball. So to his favor, he's thrown some good balls tonight, just unable to come up with those. So as far as rushing, number 6, Ryan Kishbaugh, he's got the bulk of the carries tonight. He's got 11 attempts for 45 yards. And you've got number 4, that's the quarterback. He has 5 attempts on the night. Number 32, my man Cooper Irvin, 6 attempts for 45 yards. It seems like every time that kid's touched the ball, he's got some good yardage. So maybe we'll see a little bit more of Cooper in the second half. Bryson Ryan got a couple of carries there in the second quarter. He has 2 carries for 8 yards. And his long has been 5 yards, was that one for Bryson Ryan. And that's going to pretty much do it for as far as the stats for Sholo tonight. So this is, the first quarter, Byron was a lot of defense going on in that first quarter. I thought that this was going to be a defensive battle. In the second quarter, they've been able to put some scores on the board, 2 defensive scores, obviously, for Sholo to get them up in this game. But what are some of your thoughts on that first half?
Well, first of all, what an exciting way to end the first half with a scoop-it score by the Sholo Cougars right there. And that was, I believe, Ryan Predaza that took it all the way down for 80 yards for the go-ahead score at halftime. And as you say, Patrick, it's important to take advantage of these turnovers. And one, it gives the Sholo Cougars momentum going into the second half. 2, they received the kickoff. So now it's like an extra possession for you. Now you could go ahead. If you score, you're up 2 possessions, and Sabino really has to play from behind. You said it. It's just been a defensive struggle now. Sholo has got 14 points off the defense, and Sabino was able to take advantage of 7 points off an interception. They didn't return it defensively, but they got themselves in great field position with the pickoff. And also, don't forget about the punt at the beginning of the game for the Sabercats that they were able to get off and allow their defense to hold the Sholo Cougars to 0 points on that first drive where Sholo started inside the Sabino 30. So both teams really doing a great job defensively of really kind of holding their own and hold back these offenses that we thought we might see a little bit of fireworks here tonight by both sides offensively. But right now, both defenses doing a tremendous job. And we'll see what adjustments are made by both sides, by Coach Hernandez and Sabino, to see what they do to maybe get their offenses going against these aggressive defenses for both teams.
Nice, I love it. B squared. As we've got just a little bit of time here, we'll wrap that up as our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report with stats. We appreciate you. We appreciate you being in here at halftime, and what a great game we've got tonight. We'll hear from our sponsor, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, and we'll be right back to the start of the second half.
This month we are giving away turkeys. And backed by popular demand, we are doing it again.
Yeehaw!
We are giving away 2 more tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas and 2 more tickets to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert. When you use Mountain Mobile Auto Glass to replace your insured windshield, your name goes in the hat and your name could be drawn as the winner of 2 premium lower level seats to see the championship night of the National Finals Rodeo. Plus 2 tickets that same weekend to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert on their last tour. And this month, everyone gets a Thanksgiving turkey. Keep it yourself or we will donate it in your name to your favorite White Mountain Food Bank. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass today.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is a mission of our new CEO. Experienced physicians and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Hatch Toyota doesn't have salespeople. We've changed how to buy a car. Now a floor product specialist works with you, and they aren't commissioned.
They're on salary, so when you're approached on the lot or in the showroom, you don't have to panic. Nobody's going to give you the bump and hustle to get you to sign on the dotted line because there's simply no pressure to do so. Hatch Toyota is taking the long view.
The view that involves your complete satisfaction with the whole buying experience. An experience we'd even be so bold to call happy. Who doesn't want to be happy?
And buying a new car is a really happy day. It's time to take the stress out of the day and put in the joy.
Shop ahead at HatchToyota.com. Our entire fleet is at your fingertips.
Then let us know which model you're interested in and make an appointment with one of our floor product specialists.
Hatch Toyota, keeping the White Mountains rolling for 25 years.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at HatchToyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
There's a season for everything. And when it comes to braces for your child, that time is usually now because time goes by so fast. But the expense of orthodontic care can make parents put it off, oftentimes too long. That's where Beeler Orthodontics steps in to take the pressure off your checkbook. Beeler offers custom payment plans so treatment can begin immediately. The perfect payment plan is just a visit away. At Beeler, we don't think you should have to wait another minute. Call 537-7775. Beeler Orthodontics. Live life with a smile.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Start of the second half coming up. I think B-Squared's got some scoring updates for us to start this one.
You got it. Snowflake 51, Monument Valley 7. St. John 7, Camp Verde 0 in the third quarter. Yuma Catholic 28, Payson 0 in quarter number 2. Valley Christian 35, Safford 0 at the half.
Wow, some good games going on around the state. Playoff time as we get this second half started. As mentioned, Sholo, I believe, won the toss and deferred to the second half. They are receiving the ball, and we are going to get this one started. This Sabino kicker has kicked it in the end zone each time, but this one looks like it's going to be just short and is going to be received at about the 15-yard line, right up the middle. And he's going to bring it out, and that's going to be Nash Brewer going to bring that out to about the 35-yard line is where Sholo will start their first possession of this second half.
Well, the reason why the kickoff did not reach the end zone, Patrick, is remember at the end of the half there was a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct against Sabino, so it got moved back to the 25 right there. So the Sholo Cougars are going to start off with great field position. Unfortunately, we have a man down for the Sabino Sabercats.
Yeah, thanks for that reminder. I forgot that flag was flown at the beginning of that, or at the very end of that as the teams were walking off. So, yeah, great field position as we, as like Byron said, we have a hurt player on the field. Hopefully it's nothing serious. And
maybe a little wind knocked out of him. You know, a gentleman that goes low when you go after the legs, you kind of get that heel, that cleat, the foot right to the gut. the open area where there is no padding. Looks like he's going to be able to get up on his own, hopefully, here. He just looks maybe like he's just trying to catch his wind. So good news that it doesn't look like it's going to be anything major on the side for the Sabino player. And Patrick, going back and looking at maybe Neil, like he's got some teammates coming out, but some of the things that you want to see coming out for the Show Low Cougars offensively is again, stick to the ground game, right? How many times have we seen games, whether it's the NFL or college, where a team has success running the ball and they come out in the second half and they decide, you know what, we got to get our quarterback throwing the ball. And they come out and they get away from the game plan, and all of a sudden the game becomes a different game and allows the team to come in. Look, Sholo's done a great job here of with their ground game going up and going up and down the field, and I like to see them just continue with that with Cooper Irvin, with Kishbaugh, and Bryson Ryan, and maybe just add a few wrinkles. I think they tried, but that's when they got caught with going the wrong way or a bad snap. But continue trying to see if Sabino will continue with that eye discipline and try to push the ball down the field. Don't try to come out and go, you know what, they're expecting the run, we're going to throw the ball.
Yeah, and I totally agree. I would like to see a little bit more of these carries, especially to Cooper Irvin. You got a senior that obviously is out tonight to prove that he's here in the playoffs for the long run, and he is the lone back right now as Jaeger comes under center on 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. They're going to do a hard count, get Sabino to jump off sides. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty, put him up on the 40. It'll be 1st and 5. But, I agree, Byron. When they've ran that ball up the middle, they've had success, and I see them kind of going to that here in the second half. Especially time of possession is going to be huge, right? In the second half, you're going to want to keep that offense off the field as much as you can. Here's a little screen play out to Cooper Irvin, and he does a good job just breaking a tackle and getting a couple of yards.
Well, there you go. They try a little pass, a safe pass down to Cooper Irvin, and give Cooper Irvin all the credit in the world right there, because he should have been brought down for about a 5-yard loss, and he broke through the arm tackle, and he just bullied his way down the field for a positive yardage. And right now, again, we have another Sabino player down.
Yeah, this is what the cold's going to do a little bit as you go into halftime and you get warm in the locker room, and then you come back out and you don't stretch and you don't warm up as much as you probably should, being from the desert. This happens. You get cold, and man, when you get hit, things hurt. I mean, it hurts. And if you're not used to it, you're going to see some of this going on in this second half.
Well, part of that is the cold. Part of that is it's Cooper Irvin running right into you.
That's right. And man, I can't say enough about that kid. I was so impressed with him last week against Snowflake, and again this week, just a great football player. So here we go. Here's a handoff to Kishbaugh. He hits the hole hard, breaks a couple of tackles, going to get a good carry on that. Going to bring it out to about the 42-yard line. Nice carry by Kishbaugh.
Yeah, Kishbaugh getting positive yardage, getting the big guys up front on that offensive line, creating little gaps, little holes for Kishbaugh to squeeze through, and gets the Show Low Cougars into a 3rd and short situation.
Let's see what the Cougars come up with here. They've had a little bit of struggles on 3rd down, 3rd and 3, and we'll see what they come up with here as they hand off to the first man through. That's Irvin, and he's going to hit the edge, kind of cut it back upfield. He's got plenty for a 1st down. He loses the ball, but I think that was caused by the ground. And that's a nice carry by Irvin. Going to be a 1st down at he got just past the 50-yard line.
Well, we talked about that eye discipline right there. Sholo trying to see if the eye discipline's there for the Sabino defense, and it's not. It looked like it was going to be a fullback dive. Jaeger pulls it back and gives it to Irvin, and he gets around the edge. He gets the 1st down.
Here goes Jaeger, fake to Irvin on that play. Here comes a flag in, but a little quarterback keeper on the opposite side of the fake, and we'll see what this is going to be. I'm sure it's going to be a holding from where that came from on the Cougars. So, yep, and it is a holding on the Cougars, so that'll bring him back 10 yards.
Hey, the referee's been around a long time. You know, if Floyd was here, he'd be able to name him off. It's Paul, and I can't think of his last name.
Hancock.
Paul Hancock. Paul, I think he's affected by the cold. Did you see that throw? I mean, it really took – he threw his body into that just to get it go 5 yards.
It looked like he was having a little stress with his shoulder there, trying to get that flag to go where it was supposed to be for sure. So here's a handoff outside. There's Kishbaugh. He kicks it back up the middle. Nice tackle. And that's going to be a short gain on first down. It's first and it's going to be second down and about 18.
Nice job right here by the safety.
They get in shotgun, they'll run from the shotgun, they'll run from under center, they'll pass from under center. So I do like how they kind of shake it up. Jaeger in shotgun formation on that, just tried to run it up the middle. Nice job by the Sabercat defense as they sack Jaeger, and that's going to bring him back again. That's going to take away the yards gains on the last play and bring up a long third down.
Well, right there, Sholo was going to try to throw the ball, but Sabino came on an outside blitz. The two ends coming from the outside on a blitz forced Jaeger up the middle where the interior defensive line for the Sabercats just collided and said, hey, you're not going anywhere.
Jaeger under center, bunches to the right, fakes the handoff to the left, looking downfield, getting some pressure, going to roll back out to the left. Going to try to turn the corner, turns and passes across his body again, finds his receiver. That's Henderson. Going to bring it out to about the 40-yard line. That's going to be close to a first down. Looks like it might be just a little short, but nice play. We talked about this in the first half, Byron, throwing across your body, but I think Jaeger probably learned his lesson because I don't think he would have threw that, but Henderson was so open that he just made it happen.
Well, Henderson's a big target right there, and you can't help but see him, and then you didn't see any white shirts around him, so nice play by Jaeger.
Here we go, big fourth down here. Hand off to the second man through, that's Kishbaugh, and it looks like he's going to get that first down, so keeping the momentum going are the Cougars as they convert on a fourth down.
Yeah, that was a big play again on that third and long situation for Jaeger, buying time, getting out of the pocket, avoiding the rush, and finding his receiver, Henderson, to put him in that 4th and 1 situation where Kishbaugh was able to get the first down and keep the drive going.
I formation, Irvin the first back through, and they're going to hand it off to the second man through. That's Kishbaugh, and he hits the corner hard. I mean, he's running hard. He gets it to about the 29-yard line. Going to be a nice gain for Kishbaugh on that play. Is that Kishbaugh? Or is that number? Yeah, that was Kishbaugh.
Yeah, that was Rock the Kishbaugh right there. Nice job again, pulling right there. That's Byron Anderson coming out and providing a key block, sealing off the edge and allowing Kishbaugh to go on the inside and pick up the big gain.
Well, there's a round up the middle. Just a little ways to go. Cooper Irvin getting the carry. Nice hit at the line of scrimmage by a Sabercat defender. But Cooper, just with keeping his legs going, got enough for the first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 on the Sabercat 29-yard line, 28-yard line. 7:43 left to go in the third quarter. Sholo driving. As they move their tight end to the left-hand side. They're going to pull the receiver off the line. Jaeger under center. Going to toss that out to Kishbaugh. Leading blocker is Irvin out there. Tries to cut it back inside. Here's another flag on the play. They're going to call something on this far side. Not even anything to do with the play. But there's a receiver and a defensive back, I think, getting into it on this side.
Yeah, that was way away from the play. It'll probably be against Sabino the way kind of Sanchez is looking, the defender over there. I don't know if he was getting blocked and he just decided to be a little aggressive there and throw him out of bounds or whatnot, but a little extracurricular activity after the play that's going to hurt Sabino.
Yes, it is. So they're going to take him back. That's going to be probably going to be 15 yards. Yep, personal foul. That's going to put him all the way down to the 13-yard line. Great opportunity here for Sholo as they get the ball in the second half to start this possession, up 20-14 to put some more points on the board. 1st and 10 on the Sabino 13-yard line. Yeager in shotgun, fumbles the snap a little bit, throws it up on the middle, through the middle, bounced off of the receiver, went up in the air for a minute. Luckily, was not intercepted, but dangerous pass a little bit there in the middle of the field.
Yeah, it just started with the snap. Good snap. Yeager just took his eyes off of it, bobbled it, had to come and control it, then tried to force the ball to Kishbaugh, his receiver, number 6, the older Kishbaugh. There's 2 of them. I think that's Ryan Kishbaugh and then his brother Jeremy. But Ryan right there, just Yeager very fortunate that they didn't turn the ball over on that pass.
So 2nd and 10, handed to Kishbaugh to the left side. Nice job defensively. Looks like he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage and pushed out of bounds. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. Sholo Cougars trying to run to the short side of the field right there with Kishbaugh, but Sabino doing a nice job on the outside of eluding the blocks and forcing Kishbaugh out of bounds for a no gain.
So this is big here. They're in the red zone and need to convert here. Yeager in shotgun. He's going to roll out to the right, and he's going to throw it short. And he was pushed down, and one of the Sabercats is looking like, I did not hardly touch him. Right. And he was worried about getting that flag. But that's going to be an incomplete pass and bring up a big 4th down.
So just got information that the Kishbaughs are twins.
Yes.
Ryan still might be the older one, right?
Yeah,
I mean, when they're twins, someone came first,
knew.
Right? Someone came first, okay?
I thought you knew.
I did. Ryan came first, right?
Okay.
He's the older one.
All right. Well, I knew they were twins, and I just thought you had some inside info. So, all right, here we go. 4th down. Yeager in shotgun. Going to go straight back, getting some pressure from back, and there he's going to be sacked. That's going to be a turnover and a fumble. Not going to matter at this point. But, yeah, that's a turnover on downs. Maybe a fumble recovery. I can't see that far away. I'll check the replay. But a huge play by the Sabercats to stop the Cougars on that 4th down play.
Yeah, number 74, the left defensive end to the right of Yeager right there. Comes in, puts pressure, puts the sack on him. It was a fumble and a recovery by Sabino. Right there, 74 just gets in, reaches in. That's 28 also that gets there. And the ball definitely comes loose and is picked up by Sabino. But like you said, even if he was sacked, it was 4th down. They weren't going to get it.
Right, so here we go. Possession to the Sabercats. Here's a little fake up the middle. Hackworth with the carry, going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. They've had a little bit of success with that. Hackworth, not a real physical runner. He's fast. You can tell he's got the quickness, but just not a real physical runner. But picked up a little bit more than I thought, maybe about six yards on that play. Low snap. Hackworth can't do anything with it. Going to take it himself. Not going to get any yards on that. Nice job by Sholo picking that up. That's actually going to be a loss of a couple on the play.
Yeah, just a bad snap. This is about the 3rd snap that we've seen from Sabino Center right there that's a little low. And Hathwork just couldn't control it at the shoelaces and had to just pick it up and go forward. I don't know. I'm kind of curious. Why not roll Hackworth out and see what he could do? But apparently they just like him as a pocket passer.
A motion to the left. Hackworth going to throw a little out right at the marker. Caught and out of bounds. Nice little pitch and catch there by the Sabercats. Probably a smart thing. They've run that little hitch and go or a little fake and down the sideline a couple of times tonight just to get to the marker. Smart play and a great conversion for the Sabercats.
Well, this is what they need to do if they want to get back in this game and maybe take the lead, is just do the short passes. Look, Sholo is playing off of them 8 to 10 yards.
Yeah.
Okay? They're giving up the short stuff. They're saying, look, we know we can't run with you man-to-man up front press coverage. We're going to give that. So take what they're going to give you if you're Sabino, but they keep trying to go deep.
Here's a little short route in the flats. Another completion for Hackworth. And good yardage again, about 5 yards.
They're saying he was out of bounds. He caught the ball out of bounds.
Oh.
That was Mason Cade of the Sabercats. When he caught it, let him out of bounds. I'm trying to see. I think he came down. I didn't know if maybe Ryan Kishbaugh knocked him out of bounds, but they say he landed on the line.
All right, so 2nd and 10 on the Sabercat 35-yard line. Here comes motion across to the wide side. Hackworth with pressure again. Ball's on the ground. Picks it up. Has a little bit of room. Nice job by Henderson there as he comes in and makes the tackle as he had a little bit of room to run. Picks up about 6 yards. 5 yards.
Hackworth right there with a little basketball play. He decided, you know what? I want to play basketball. I'm going to dribble the ball on the field a little bit. Now I'll pick it up. I'll pick up my dribble. And was able to get positive yardage.
Yeah, that was very fortunate for Hackworth that kind of bounced up into his hands for sure.
Yeah, A.J. Henderson was right there to collect them and bring them down.
So 3rd and 5, big third down play here for both teams. 4.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Low snap again, a lot of pressure, throws it back to the other side. Number 6 picks it up, gonna be past the first down marker. That's gonna be a first down. Nice play. That was a nice saving play by Hackworth right there. I don't think he knew what was happening there and just happened to catch that guy in the corner of his eye, I think, and threw it out to him.
Well, it looked like it was supposed to be a screen to his right,
yeah.
And it got pretty well blown up by this Show Low Cougar defense, and they just happened to see Blackman coming out of the backfield and was able to dump it off to him for the first down.
So here we go, 1st and 10, about the 47-yard line. Handoff up the middle again. They've had a little bit of success with that. Going to be a gain of about 5-6 yards again for number 6. Brought down, as you heard probably from the PA announcer, by my man, number 32, Cooper Irvin. So a nice tackle. Saved him from making a first down for sure. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Going to hand it off up the middle again. Read that time by the Cougars. Broke a tackle, getting to the sideline. Stiff arms right at the first down marker. There's going to be a flag on the play. This might be an offensive face mask.
I think it's going to be horse collar.
Okay.
Horse collar going against Ryan Predoza, I believe. Coming across, and again, you cannot grab behind the neck and pull the runner down.
I just saw that. You called it, Byron. You nailed it. Your eyes are better than mine. I just saw that stiff arm come out and thought that he might have grabbed the face mask. But that's a huge penalty against the Cougars. 15 yards, going to put this ball on the Cougar 27-yard line. Opportunity for the Sabercats here to either tie or take a lead in the third quarter. 3:30 left to go in the third quarter. Man in motion to the short side. Fake the handoff to him. Handoff right at the middle. Has some room. Good pickup on the play. Pickup of about 8 yards.
Patrick, we talked about doing what you need to do and what you do best. And Sabino has been able to run the ball up the middle with the dual-headed monster of Miranda and Blackman. Just exactly what they're doing, picking 8-9 yards up. For a while there, they started kind of throwing the short stuff, but now they went back to their bread and butter going up the middle.
So here we go. The 3 receivers to the left are on the wide side. Going to hand it off up the middle again. Broken tackle. Splits it outside. Gets past the 10. He got some grass. He's going to get in the end zone for a Sabercat touchdown. Wow, what a play and nice run by that running back. You've got the name. Number 8, what did you say?
Miranda. Levi Miranda. Look, right up the gut right here. I thought Sholo had him down. And like you said, he just ping-ponged off of someone up front. That was a Sholo Cougar defender. I don't know who exactly he ping-ponged off, but he bounced it off, and he bounced to the outside. And Nash Brewer came in, and he was going the opposite way, thinking he was going to come in and make the tackle, but Miranda cut it back outside. Was it number 6?
It was number 6.
Okay, that's Blackman right there, Kenneth Blackman, that did a nice job of cutting it to the outside and getting the tying touchdown.
Well, unfortunately, we have an injured Sholo player on the field. So with him getting attended to, we're going to take a quick break. let them attend to this injured player.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is a mission of our new CEO. Experienced physicians and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Hello, sports fans. This is Sports Zone Radio's Floyd Simmons. Here at the Sports Zone, we do many different things to provide the best sports coverage in the region. Countless hours and miles on the road for a digital radio broadcast, and exhausting hours spent capturing and editing the best video around. We also create one-of-a-kind custom posters. And if you're a coach or athletic director, talk to us about shooting your school or team's photography. I guarantee you, no one will work harder to do it better. Just go to our website and look for samples or call us for details. The number to call is 928-358-7905. Again, that's 928-358-7905.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio.
All right, we're back. It looks like the player is coming off the field. Doesn't look like it's a serious injury, so that's good news for the Cougars as the Sabercats come out to line up for the extra point. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is good. Sabercats have the lead, 21-20.
But like you said, Patrick, in the playoffs, every point counts. And after the Sholo score to put him up 20-14, Sabino was able to block the kick. And here on Sabino's game-tying touchdown, they're able to get the extra point to put him up by 1. And we've got some more scores, Patrick, here going on tonight. We have Push Ridge 13, Thatcher 12 in the third quarter.
Wow, what a game.
Wilcox 20, Holbrook 8. Third quarter. Yuma Catholic 41, Payson 0, third quarter, and Wickenburg 16, Round Valley 13 in the fourth quarter.
Wow, that's a big game. We need to keep updated on that one. We'll try to get you the score. As Round Valley in the Dome, I did not see that. I thought that they would dominate the Wranglers of Wickenburg in their home dome. Their home dome?
The home dome?
The home dome.
Is that what? That's probably something like Floyd would call it. Hey, yeah, they're playing the home dome.
That's definitely what I just called it, so I can't say anything. So here we go. As the Cougars line up to receive the kick. 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. Sabercats with the lead, 21-20. Kick is high, and they did be able to get that about the 7-yard line. Kishbaugh trying to bring it out to the right, breaks the tackle, gets it out to the 30, 32-yard line, gets pushed out of bounds. And that is where the Cougars will start their possession here in the third quarter.
Nice return by Kishbaugh right there. Taking it on the left side of the field around his 10-yard line and cutting it all the way across to his sideline and getting it past the 30-yard line. So Sholo will start this drive at their own 32.
Well, here we go. Sholo's got to get something going here. Time is of importance here with under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Sholo needs to get some points on the board, get a drive going, get some momentum. A little bit of motion coming. Handoff to Irvin, and there is Sabino. They stepped it up there on defense and made a huge stop, which you do not see very often against Irvin.
Now, that was number 52. I believe that's Franco for the Sabercats that just did a tremendous job of blowing up the block and just coming right there and disrupting the whole play to Cooper Irvin.
And that is not a good sign. Irvin kind of stumbling off to the sideline, limping a little bit. That is not good news for the Cougars as Yeager under center hands it to the first man through. That's going to be Bryson Ryan, number 1 with his third carry of the game. And he is not going to go anywhere. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage, but this is not the way you wanted to start this possession, ending the third quarter with 3rd down and 10 to go.
Marius Lester, the outside linebacker there to make sure that Bryson Ryan doesn't get very far, getting down low and making sure that his teammates come to help him out.
So here we go, big play here by Yeager. On his big plays, he's kind of rolled out and found somebody kind of in the middle of the field. So we'll see if that's the same call here. He's under center, gonna throw it down, maybe a back shoulder pass. He did catch it. Is he gonna be in bounds? And he is, that's a catch. A nice pass. And maybe even a better adjustment by Brewer on that, coming up with the pass.
Yeah, nice adjustment by Nash Brewer. Yeager throwing it in the area of Nash Brewer, but the defender slipped a little bit. Nash Brewer was able to come back, make the catch, and prolong this drive.
Nice play. That was a huge 3rd down play here for the Cougars, as they're trying to make up some ground here, get some points on the board with 1:23 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Yeager with the handoff. That's got to be Kishbaugh. I can tell the way that he hits that line of scrimmage at 100 miles an hour that's Kishbaugh running the ball. Gets tackled at the line of scrimmage, was able to push forward for about a yard gain.
Right now, after that stop on 4th down, you see, and then the score by Sabino, you're starting to see a little momentum by the Sabercats on the defense. They're starting to really plug up the inside line of the Show Low Cougars.
Little fake handoff. Yeager rolls out to the right, tries to find Henderson in the middle of the field, coming across again. Overshoots him. It's going to be incomplete and bring up another 3rd down and long for the Cougars.
Yeager's rolling to his left right there. Always difficult for a quarterback rolling to your left, and you're right-handed. And right there, Yeager almost trying to force it into Henderson, who was covered on the play. So fortunate for Yeager that they weren't able to hook up. Could have been trouble with the defender doing a nice job of being in front of Henderson. I never understand that, Patrick. When you see a lot of coaches, they roll their quarterback who's right-handed to the left side. That's just a difficult throw for kids.
It really is.
In any level.
Oh, he had his receiver open, just off the hands a little bit high. A nice try there by the receiver, but unable to come up with it. It's going to bring up 4th down. That was a missed opportunity there for the Cougars.
Nice job by Yeager of just staying in the pocket right there. He felt some pressure, got rid of it, and Ryan Kishbaugh just about made the one-handed grab.
That would have been one of the best catches I've ever seen if he would have came up. That would have been an Odell Beckham catch right there. Back to punt, rolls out to his right. Acts like he might fake it, kicks it kind of back. The defender trips, going to get a Cougar bounce. And that is a great punt by the Show Low punter.
Well, he's going to get a roughing the kicker penalty, so this is going to give Show Low an automatic 1st down right there. Number 52, I don't know what happened. It looks like something happened, and he fell into the kicker, and he's going to be called for roughing the kicker. At least that's what they threw a flag down.
That is a hard play to defend. I'm just gonna say that right now is that you've got a punter that's kind of rolling to the right. He's acting like he's gonna run, and at the last minute just kind of kicks it. And it's hard for a big man like 52 to kind of hold that up. But you've got to be disciplined and make that happen. But
no, they're gonna call holding. Looks like holding against Show Low.
Well, if that's the call, the Sabercats are going to be smart to re-punt this, because that was a great punt. Got it all the way down to about the 5-yard line, I believe. And if that's coming back.
Yeah, it's going to nullify that great punt by Colton Yeager right there. Doing a nice job of rolling to his right and then kicking it on the run. As you said, that's one of those things too, and it's close. It's like, as a defender, do I go after him or not? Because he could run for it and maybe get the 1st down, but at the last second he kicks it and pins Sabino deep. But unfortunately, there will be a holding call against the Cougars. Thus, they will have to re-kick it.
So that's going to put him back to the 41-yard line. And we'll see if he's got it in him to get that back down to where they had it before, which is going to be a difficult task as they pinned him back about the 5-yard line, which would have been a great opportunity for the Cougars. But unfortunately, a holding call brings them back. Just a straightforward kick this time. Kicks it away from the returner, which is probably a smart thing, down to the 30-yard line. So that penalty ended up costing them about 20 yards.
Yeah, big holding call right there against Sholo. Like you said, gives Sabino the field position at the 30-yard line. Patrick, have you seen in college, have you seen that play where, just like that, you saw where the Sholo Cougars kind of were around it? And even if they they touch it, where the punt return team can still pick it up and run it. Have you seen that? That's a legal rule.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the Memphis Tigers did it this year to get a touchdown that helped them win the game.
Yeah, the referee has got to call that play dead. They've got to blow it dead before that ball is dead, and you can't just touch it. You got to pick it up, wait for the ref to blow it dead, and then it's done. So. All right, here's a handoff. Nice play there by the Sholo Cougars as they read that perfectly. And a nice tackle, and there's going to be another flag, and that's going to go against the Cougars, I believe.
Yeah, that's going to go against number 52 of the Cougars. But that was a great play right there by Engel, the inside linebacker for the Sholo Cougars. We can't take anything away from that right there. Nice job of just coming up and meeting the running back right there and holding him to no gain.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Cougars, that's a big call. 15 yards brings them out to the 44-yard line. Sholo's done a good job kind of keeping their composure. I'm just going to throw this out there. Sabino's a little bit showboating. They like to showboat a little bit. They like to stomp their feet. They like to raise their hands. They're trying to get their crowd up and anyway, Sholo's done a great job all night kind of holding their composure. And this third quarter is trying to wind down. They just blew the clock dead again.
Okay, so here's the situation. There's 12 seconds left in the in the third quarter. Sabino was going to let it go out, get to zero, and start the fourth quarter, but the clock wasn't running. And so basically they were trying to tell it go, go, go. So instead of being a delay of game, we just got the end of the quarter and everybody left.
Well, they just let the clock run out. So that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Sabino with a 1-point lead, 21-20 over the Sholo Cougars. We'll be back in just a few minutes to start the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere. This is the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota.
Did you know that Summit Healthcare's orthopedic clinic is taking same-day and next-day appointments right now? There's no reason to leave the mountain because Summit offers the highest quality orthopedic medicine, and their team includes Dr. Jacob Oldham. Dr. Oldham specializes in sports medicine, joint instability or dislocation, rotator cuff and meniscus tears, tendonitis, carpal tunnel, and more. Schedule your appointment now with Summit Healthcare's Orthopedic Clinic. Call 928-537-6700. That's 928-537-6700.
Insurance is a must, but that doesn't mean you must go broke just paying for it. Contact Joe Bjorn State Farm Insurance for a game plan on saving more of your money. Joe and his team offer home, life, auto insurance, and more. With Joe as your insurance quarterback, you'll score big each and every time. And with State Farm cheering you on, how can you lose? Joe Bjorn State Farm Insurance, providing blanket coverage of the entire White Mountains. Call Joe at 928-536-7101. That's 928-536-7101.
All right, here we go. Start of the fourth quarter. Sabino up 21-20. First and 10 on the Sabino 45-yard line. Hackworth back to pass, going up the middle again. Finds his receiver right up the middle. That's a great pass. He's going to go past the 10, the 5, and he is in the end zone for a Sabercat touchdown.
Well, there you go, right across, a little slant across the middle. Man-to-man defense by the Cougars, and the Sabino Sabercats are able to outrun the defender. That is, I'm going to find out for you for Sabino right there. And he just outran his defender, Brian Predazza, right there. That's number 23, Camden Campbell, right there of the Sabercats, going out and then man-to-man, just outquicking his defender. And right there, look at Nash Brewer coming all the way from the sideline and almost making the play to stop it at the 1-yard line, but instead it's a Sabercat touchdown.
Sabercats are lining up to go for 2. Make this a 9-point lead. Snap in shotgun, looking to pass, gonna roll to the left, almost gets tackled, throws it up in the air. Is he gonna come down with that? No, it is incomplete. Nice job there. I believe that was Nash Brewer right there that broke up that pass in the end zone, and that is going to be no good to keep this game in reach for the Cougars.
Yo, Patrick, I was about to talk to you and ask you, if you're Sabino, do you go for 2 or you go for 1? Because you get the extra point. Sholo, yes, they can tie it, but they have to go for 2. Or do you go for 2 and try to make it a 2-possession game? I personally would have gone for the extra point and made it a 28-20 game, thinking that my defense can hold on a 2-point conversion. But Sabino went for it, wanted to get the 2-possession game.
Yeah, I don't like it either, especially with their kicker that they have. I mean, that's almost a guarantee right there to go up 28-20. You can't do any. I mean, all Sholo can do is tie it. You know, they can't beat you if they come down and score. The only thing that they can do is tie it. And I don't agree with that call, but that's why I'm probably not a head coach. So,
well, we know that the coaching staff and the coaches, they have, you know, their cheat sheet. They have a coaching sheet that tells them when to go for 2, and that was a situation that on the Sabino's coaching, they said this is a time for us to go for 2.
There's got to be a percentage out there somewhere, right? That if the score is this and then there's this much time left on the clock, that it's a 90% probability that if you, I don't know, there's always a calculation out there. So here's the kick. Going to get it on the 5-yard line. Going to go up the middle. There's another flag on the play. That's Nash Brewer on the return. Brings it out to about the 25-yard line, but we'll see what this flag is going to be.
It's going to be against Sholo typically in that area. You don't see it against the kicking team. And sure enough, we see Paul Hancock right there showing, hey, I've got a hold against Sholo. So that's going to send it back to the 15-yard line since it's outside the 20 and they don't have to do half the distance.
So let's play this scenario out. Byron, let's play this out. So there's 11 minutes, 44 seconds to go in this one. Sabercats are up 27-20. Let's say the Sholo Cougars put a drive together here, 6-7 minute drive, score with 3-4 minutes left to go in this one. Are you going to go for 2 to win it, or are you going to kick it to tie it?
I kick the tie. I'm a home team.
All right.
You play for the tie if you're home. You play for the win if you're the visitor.
Let's see what happens here as they hand it off up the middle. Going to be stuffed. Not a big gain on first down here for the Cougars. Maybe a gain of 3 yards.
Patrick, the last update I had for Round Valley Wickenburg. Round Valley was driving and they were at the 11-yard line with 57 seconds remaining in the game.
Wow. I'm trying to remember Round Valley's kicker. I believe that he's pretty good kicker if they're on the 11-yard line. They've got a good opportunity, of course, to score, but they have that other thing of tying the game, right? It's 16-13, right?
Yep.
Okay. So there's another handoff by the Cougars. There's not going to be any gain on that, maybe even a loss of 1 on that play. Going to bring up a huge third down. I know there's still plenty of time to go on this one, but getting a little nervous for the Cougars as this clock ticks down to about 10.5 minutes, down a touchdown. Yeager under center. They got their bunches right. Lone back is Kishbaugh. He's going to roll to his right, which he's had some success. He has, he kind of acted like he was going to run and then threw across his body again in the middle of the field. Just, again, a scary pass, but that's going to be incomplete and going to bring up 4th down. You've got to punt it here. There's no choice other than to punt with this much time left. And, your defense has scored 2 touchdowns tonight. Put the game on their shoulders and see if they can make it happen again.
Yeah, you're too far in the territory. You can't give up the ball at this field position. So the right call right here by Sholo.
This punt was a line drive. Kicked right to the punter, so he's going to have a pretty good return on that. Here comes another flag in the play. From way back, I think Hancock's got his arm warmed up now. But that was a great throw. But that's going to be good field position for the Sabercats again.
Well, here's a scoring update, Patrick. Round Valley touchdown pass. Riker Marble to Rowdy Rivera puts Round Valley up 20-16.
Wow. What a game over in the Dome. Man, some good games going on tonight. Round Valley, Wickenburg. This game here tonight.
So that was a penalty against Sabino. That's going to put him back to the 47-yard line of the Sholo Cougars. They were at the 32. Now it's a 47.
So 15-yard penalty on the Sabercats. Typical formation. Quick pass out to the left. He's got some room. Gets down the sideline. Going to be close to the first down marker. I think he's going to be a little short, maybe a yard.
And now we're going to add 15 against Sholo Cougars for unsportsmanlike conduct. That was Mason Cade on the reception, and as he gets tackled and he's out of bounds, the Sholo Cougars defenders decide that they're going to do the WWE, bring him up and throw him down on the mat, and that's going to cost them 15 yards.
I'm just looking at the replay here.
Right here, watch. They're going to pick him up, suplex.
We missed it, but that is a 15-yard penalty against Cougars. Not what you want right now at this point of the game, approaching 10 minutes to go. Sabercats up 27-20. Low snap, bounced up, fumbled. Hackworth, all he can do is jump on it as the Cougars were right on his heel. That's been the case a few times tonight. They've got to figure that out. That could cause some issues, obviously. That's an 8-yard loss on the play, so it's huge for the Cougars.
Yes, it is. It goes back, forces Sabino into a second and long situation, but they are deep into Sholo territory.
2nd and 18, man in motion to the wide side. Hackworth's gonna roll to his right, throw a screen to his left. Great catch, cuts it back in the middle field. There's a fumble, and Cougars are gonna hop on it. And I believe that is gonna be Sholo football. Nice tackle, nice play, maybe even a game-saving play as the Cougars come up with the turnover.
Yeah, we thought that was a great catch right there by Sabino's Sabercats, but unfortunately he didn't hang on to the ball right there. That's I believe that was number 4 right there for the Sabercats. Robert Maltzby, nope, that was number 6. That was Blackman right there. He just runs into a guy, a Cougar defender off balance, knocks the ball out, and Kishbaugh comes up with it.
Man, what a play for the Cougars. 9 minutes to go. Cougars need to get down the field and score. Tie this one up. High snap. Kicks it out. Trying to get past a couple of those tacklers and unable to do so. Just the pursuit by the Sabercats was really well on that as Kishbaugh did the best he could, just couldn't quite get around that corner.
Well, nice job by Sabino right there of stringing them out, making them go to the sideline and not allowing them any room to operate.
All right, we got to see something a little bit different from the Cougars here. They haven't had a whole lot of success running it outside. Yeager in shotgun formation, single back. One receiver to the left. Here's a fumble. Yeager picks it up, tries to get some yards. It's going to be a loss on the play. Those are just things that you can't happen here in the fourth quarter. Is a muff snap.
I believe that was Brewer right there, Nash Brewer. He's quarterbacking right now.
Well, you're right.
High snap. He just took his eyes off of it. And then that's, not so well for the Cougars. That's a loss of yardage, and that's also going to allow time to roll off the clock.
Under 8 minutes to go. 3rd down and 11. Huge play here for the Cougars. They've got 2 left. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Brewer is still in, a lot of pressure. A little pass out to number 5. Nice catch, but that is not going to be enough for a first down. That's going to bring up 4th down. Did something happen to Yeager, or?
Well, I think they're just trying a little bit of a chase. That was Brewer again. I think they're just looking for a change of pace with Yeager back there. Now they're putting Brewer back there. Nice pass by Brewer. With Brewer, you're kind of thinking, okay, he can run or pass. So I think they kind of give him that option right there.
All right, well, unsuccessful 4th down again. High snap. Here comes the punt. Good punt this time. It's going to go over the head of the punt returner. Stops right there at about the 35-yard line is where the Sabercats will take over possession on this one. Just under 7 minutes to go. And Sholo having a difficult time in this second half getting things going offensively.
They are, and we wondered which team was going to make the adjustments. And it looks like Sabino's done a nice job defensively. Like they were doing a good job in the first half, but they've stepped it up the next notch here in the second quarter to allow no points from the Sholo Cougar offense. And Patrick, we've got some more scores. River Valley 24, Eastmark 20, and that's the fourth quarter. Thatcher 29, Push Ridge 13, fourth quarter. Snowflake, you ready, Patrick? Ready? In a tight one, 68-7. Final. Yuma Catholic 47, Payson 0, fourth quarter. Valley Christian 49, Safford 0, final. St. John's 28, Camp Verde 0, fourth quarter. And as we said earlier, an exciting game on a touchdown in the last few seconds to win the game. Round Valley 20, Wickenburg 16.
Wow. What a night. What a first round of the playoffs tonight. Lots of good games going on. That Thatcher Push Ridge game, that doesn't surprise me. Thatcher, they have a way of kind of turning it on and playing really well in the playoffs. Obviously, they're a championship team, have some state championships under their belt. So here we go. 1st and 10. Lots of pressure by Sholo. Going to be a sack on the play. I don't think Hackworth ever saw him coming. But that is a huge play by Bryson Ryan.
Yeah, Bryson Ryan just coming off the edge. He just beat his blocker right there. And Sabino's very lucky that Hackworth held onto that ball, because the way Bryson Ryan came in off the edge, the way he hit him, could have very easily dislodged that ball from Hackworth, but Sabino able to hold on to it.
Yeah, I don't think he ever saw him coming, so a nice job by Hackworth just holding on to the ball, but going to bring up a second and 19. Man in motion out of the backfield. That's going to be a quick pass out to him. Read well by the defense. There's Bryson Ryan again, and another few Cougars coming and making that tackle.
Well, now you're seeing a little sense of urgency from the Sholo defense. They've done a tremendous job here in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter, of holding the Sabino Sabercats within the one score. And here, when they need the ball back, they can't allow any kind of drive by the Sabino Sabercats. They have put Sabino in a third and very long situation.
Yeah, no gain on that play, so it's still 3rd and 19. 5.5 minutes to go in this one. Big play here by the Cougars to try to stop this, to get the ball back as they're down a touchdown. Here comes motion across the field. This is going to be a timeout by the Sabercats. Stops the clock with 5:21 left to go in this game.
Well, and this is a big stop for the Show Cougars. Not only because they get the ball back for the offense, but as we've mentioned, they've come very close to blocking a few punts. And Sabino's down here at their own 27-yard line. If you could block the punt, you're giving your offense, you may even score off the punt, but you're definitely giving your offense a very short field to tie this ball game.
I'm sure Coach Hernandez saw that all night. He's seeing the same things we've seen, and you're exactly right. They've come really close to a couple of punt blocks, and I'm sure they will bring it on this one, especially with the time. It's right at about that time. Do you come back and try to get a good return from a punt, or do you go after the punt and risk, field position? They do have a pretty good punter. It's going to be interesting to see what Coach Hernandez.
Well, I'm kind of curious on this. I think, an inside slot, and you got man-to-man defense. If you could give your quarterback enough time, you might be able to catch him on that.
Here's a fake handoff. Hackworth is going to try to run that. Here comes a flag. Did he get a face mask?
No, I think it's going to be a holding, which will be if you're Sholo, you decline it. You want the ball as soon as possible. I think it's going to be a holding against Sabino.
Let's see what this is. We're just looking at the replay here. That's a face mask. Nope. Yeah, it is. Face mask is called.
I like to see the replay. We just missed it, but
you couldn't see it really good.
I didn't see a hand into the face mask that brought him down, but it may have just grazed it right there.
So is that not an automatic first down? Obviously not. So it's still third down. Third down and 5 on the Sabercat 42-yard line. Hackworth looking at his coaches for the play. He's got 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. He's had some success throwing this ball across the middle. Here's a handoff right up the middle to his running back, number 6. That's a great tackle by number 5. And what looked like it was going to be an easy first down, number 5 for the Cougars comes out of nowhere. That's Ray Pedraza, and makes the stop, and they're going to be just short of the first down.
Yeah, that was a huge tackle by Pedraza. Big mistake by Blackman. All he had to do is go up the field, and he's got the first down very easily, but he tries to cut it to the outside, and Pedraza comes up from a safety position and is able to make the tackle and keep him short into a 4th and 1.
This is crazy. The Sabercats, they're going for it. 4:06 left to go. They lined up. Here comes a flag, and here's a delay of game. That is awful on Sabino's part to get called for that penalty. So there's no way they're going for it now. So 4:02 left to go. Get called for a delay of game. Brings them back 5 yards. Bring it up 4th and 6. And they're bringing out the punting game. So this is what scenario we were talking about. What's Hernandez going to do? Is he going to bring it? Is he going to try to block this punt? Or is he going to go and try to get a good return from this? Plenty of time on the clock for the Cougars. They have struggled a little bit offensively in the second half, getting some momentum, getting some things going. So we'll see. It looks like he might be bringing the pressure. He did bring some pressure. Not a great punt, but it takes a great bounce. Going to bring it down to the Cougar 24-yard line. And that's where this drive will begin under 4 minutes to go. Does Sholo have what it takes offensively to get this down the field and score? 27-20, Byron. What a great game.
What an exciting game. This is what we were looking forward to here all night when we talked about the pregame. The 8-9 matchup is very even here tonight. Does the Sholo Cougars, with Nash Brewer at the quarterback, have what it takes to get down and get the game-tying touchdown?
Little fake run, he keeps it himself, breaks a tackle, gets in the middle of the field, comes across the 40-yard line to the 42. Nice run by Brewer. And you're exactly right, Byron. Maybe this coach wants to have a little bit more of that opportunity to have him run the ball.
Yeah, we know what he could do. He's a very good runner. He's got the speed. And back there, if you're Sabino, you knew that with Yeager back there, it was probably going to be a handoff. But now you got to watch, okay, is it going to be a pass? Is it going to be a handoff? Or is Brewer going to be keeping it to himself?
Here's Kishbaugh with the carry. Handoff up the middle. Nope, that's number 5. That's not Kishbaugh. That is going to be Ray Pedraza with the carry. Nice pickup of almost 10 yards. Just short of the first down. Sholo got something going here. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. Kishbaugh and Pedraza back at running back. Brewer under center. Wow, lots of pressure. Fumble. Ball's on the ground. 52 came right through the line and hit Brewer as he was handing it off. The ball ended up on the ground. Recovered by the Cougars, but no gain. Going to bring up 3rd down and short.
Yeah, that was Franco right there, the Sabercats inside line. He just hit Brewer, and they were very fortunate. Pedraza was able to just fall on it right at the line of scrimmage.
So here we go. Big play here by the Cougars. 2.5 minutes to go. Snap. Fake the handoff. Brewer trying to get to the first down marker. Unable to do so. Going to be stopped short. Probably even a loss of a yard on the play. Going to bring up 4th down and a couple for the Cougars.
Well, right here, the Sabino Sabercats decided, look, we're just going to use our size up front, and we're just going to move up the field. And right there, they just swarmed Nash Brewer in the backfield for a loss.
Wow, this is it. You gotta go for it. I don't think you have enough time. Let's see, both teams have 2 timeouts left. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in this one. The ball is on the 49-yard line of the Cougars. Got to get the first down here.
Well, if you're Sholo, you're going for it. That's why they called the timeout. You're taking it. You're going to figure out what's your best play that's going to get you 4 yards. It's 4th and 3. This is basically game right here. If you don't get it, Sabino's going to run out the clock. If you do get it, you still have that opportunity to tie the game. Maybe even win it on a 2-point conversion.
This is the ball game, folks. First round of the playoffs. Number 8 Sholo gets the home bid. Gets Sabino on their home field. The number 9 team from Tucson. Couple of losses on the season. Losses to ALA, Gilbert, and who was the other one? Thatcher. Couple of losses for the Cougars against Round Valley and Sholo, or Round Valley and Snowflake. And here is a timeout. The Sabino just wanted to kind of see what they were lining up as and called a timeout. So 1 timeout left for the Sabercats, 2 for the Cougars. Plenty of time here. Just got to get this first down.
Big situation for Nash Brewer, right?
Yep.
All of a sudden here in the about with 5-6 minutes left in the game, you became the quarterback. And I believe he's a sophomore.
He is. Nash Brewer is definitely a sophomore.
So big play, big situation for Nash Brewer and for Coach Hernandez to come up with a play that's going to pick up 4 yards and continue this drive and continue this game for the Sholo Cougars.
What's the play? What's the play, Coach?
Here's the play. I would fake it, to fake the handoff to Kishbaugh, roll to my right, and look for a receiver just going in and doing a curl route.
All right, Brewer in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Back to pass. Lots of pressure. Right at the middle. Off the hands of a defender. Incomplete. That is going to be a turnover on downs for the Cougars. And that is probably going to be the ball game.
That could be the nail in the coffin for the Sholo Cougars right there. It's going to be a little curl out to Kishbaugh. But Sabino doing a nice job of dropping back the linebacker right there. That's Zachary Tolson, who drops back into the zone coverage and finds Kishbaugh and gets in front of him and knocks that pass away and allows the Sabino offense to see if they can't run out the clock and get this victory.
2:07 to go If the Sabercats can get just one first down, it's probably going to seal the deal. But Sholo, they're not going to have any part of that as the defense just brought it. That's going to be a loss of about 2 on the play. Clock's running under 2 minutes. Coach Hernandez with 2 timeouts left decides to use one here with 1:52 to play.
I know he's looking at his coaches trying to figure out what do we want to do, but in that time, that allowed 10 seconds to roll off.
It did.
You've got to call it. If you're going to do it, you do it on that down, and as soon as they blow the whistle, you're calling timeout. Saves you 10 seconds. That's 10 seconds indecisiveness right there. Cost them. It's 1:52. And I think on this play, same thing. If Sabino's going to run and you make the play, you call timeout immediately. And then basically you force them on a 3rd and long situation. They can only run out so many seconds. Now you're going to get the ball back maybe with 30 seconds, but you could have been 40 or 45 if you call that timeout sooner.
Yeah, I agree. I was wondering what the hesitation was. I thought they were going to let him run one more play even, but decided, like you said, about 10 seconds later to go ahead and call the timeout. So 1:52 to play in this one. Of course, we know the score 27-20. Sabercats going for 2 points on their last touchdown, trying to make this 29-20, giving the Cougars an opportunity to tie or win the game if they could get in the end zone. 2nd and about 12. Hackworth hands it off. Nope, he faked the handoff off the middle of trying to run. Pitches it out, kind of shuffle passes it over and out. That's out of bounds. That's going to stop the clock. That is a blessing for the Cougars for sure. That was not very smart play as that runs out of bounds, stops the clock with 1:46. So just a few seconds taken off the clock. Saved the Cougars from having to call one more timeout. So a good opportunity here for the Cougars to get the ball back.
But I think they called that was a pass, and it was an incomplete pass. And again, just showing your class, your age, your class. That was a sophomore right there. If you're a junior or senior, you're just going to take the sack. You're going to go down and force Sholo to call their final timeout.
So here's another run over to the sideline. I thought he was going to run out of bounds. He didn't. Coach Hernandez calling his last timeout. So 1:37 seconds left.
But I tell you what, they're very fortunate. He stopped his momentum before he went out of bounds.
Yeah.
Sholo, tackled him and threw him out of bounds. But I'm not even sure why you're calling plays that are even close to the sidelines if you're the Sabercats. So some questionable coaching decisions here in the final 2 minutes on this final possession for the Sabercats. A pass and then a run toward the sidelines. Now Sholo's going to get the ball back. It's 4th down with 1:37. They don't have any timeouts. And obviously, if everything goes correctly for the Sabercats punt, Sholo will be back in their own territory, and they're going to have to take a drive all the way down with no timeouts.
Well, this would be a good opportunity for that Sholo defense to come up with another big play. Maybe get a block on this. This punter-snapper relationship hasn't been the greatest all night either. And there's a high snap, unable to pull it down. Brewer catches the ball. That's a fair catch. And they're gonna get the ball back at about the 18-yard line. 1:32 to go.
82 yards.
82 yards in 1:32.
And no timeouts. Looks like Yeager's going to go back in at quarterback. I think he's more of the veteran passer. And they're going to have to throw the ball. They can't run the ball without any timeouts.
Yeah, they have got to come up with some pass plays here. Maybe towards the sideline, get out of bounds. No timeouts, as Byron mentioned. 1:32 to go. They're putting all their receivers out. Interesting to me that the Sabercats are playing a little bit far up. A lot of pressure. Yeager does a good job getting out of it. He's going to throw it towards the sideline. That's going to be incomplete. but a nice job just kind of getting out of trouble there and avoiding a sack. And that ball is going to go out of bounds, going to stop the clock, give him another shot.
You said it, Patrick. That was a nice job by Yeager right there to avoid the sack. He gets sacked. That's at least 20 more seconds going off the clock before they even get another play off. So nice job by Yeager buying some more time. And just, incomplete pass, it's okay. It stops the clock.
So 2nd down and 10. Man in motion is Brewer to the right. I don't know if he's motion or just lining up correctly. Here comes some pressure up the middle again. Yeager runs out of it. Going to keep the ball. Going to get down the sideline, get some good yardage, get first down, get out of bounds. Good play. Good yardage picked up, about 15 yards probably. Minute 15 left to go.
But it kind of looks like everybody's kind of coming back. Yeah, there's a holding call right there. Tough penalty right there for the Show Low Cougars. The Sabino Sabercats came in with a blitz. And you kind of wonder why Yeager had a lane right there, and that's what it was. They're a little holding right there on the offensive line. That's going to, nothing worse, unfortunately, for the Cougars to have penalties because you don't get that time back. I mean, they're going to put the yardage, tack on the yardage against you, but unfortunately, you'll get that time back.
And look where that marker's placed too. That was a holding way back in the backfield because it's 2nd and 23. So huge penalty instead of a first down and a gain of 15. And here comes more pressure, and he's going to be sacked. I think that's going to be in the end zone. And that is not going to be – that's going to do it for the Cougars.
That's going to be 2 points, so that's going to put the Sabercats to 29. That's a 2-possession game. Also, with the safety, Sholo's going to have to punt or kick to the Sabercats. How about the Sabercats right there? I was a little surprised. Looked like they lined up in man defense, and then they just came with a full-out blitz. They came out with a 7-man blitz, and they were able to get to the quarterback, get to Yeager, and sack him in the end zone.
Wow. Well, according to, I know we still got a minute 12 to go in this, but we talked a little bit earlier in the broadcast about push Ridge, maybe having some momentum to beat Thatcher, to come back and be able to play Snowflake in the second round of the playoffs. And I know that probably didn't happen. It looks like Thatcher's going to come up with a win there. But I think in the same thing with this Sabino team. They played ALA Gilbert North earlier in the year. Gave them a game, 33-21. But it looks like Sabino's going to get another shot. And you know as well as I do, ALA is loaded. We all know that. They had a bunch of people come back, a bunch of boys come back from last year's semifinal football team. But you know that anything can happen in these playoffs. So a little bit of momentum, and it's hard to beat a team twice, no matter what.
It is, and we'll see what happens. You never know. I mean, look, even though Sholo's got to kick off to them, they could still do an onside kick. And in high school, onside kicks are a lot more successful than in college and pros, that's for sure. And that onside kick is unsuccessful for the Show Low Cougars. I'm not quite sure if that's how it was drawn up to where they wanted to go that deep. But Sabino was able to recover the onside kick with no timeouts in a 2-possession game. All Sabino has to do is take a knee, and they're going to move on to the second round and play ALA Gilbert, as you mentioned, Patrick, in the second round.
Could be a good matchup. Of course, we were hoping that the Cougars would be there. We want all of our teams in the 3A East to be able to advance. It looks like, obviously, Round Valley is advancing to the second round. Payson will be done tonight, if not already. And looks like the Show Low Cougars will end their season tonight. So let's just mention a few of these seniors, Byron, that have played so well all year. The Show Low Cougars got off to obviously a great start, undefeated to start the season, I think into even week 7, week 8. So a great year. Number 1, Bryson Ryan is a senior. Number 4, Colton Yeager, the quarterback, is a senior. And there was a couple more that I wanted to mention on here. Of course, number 32, my guy that's just impressed me all year long as far as his defense, and like you said, has an opportunity to maybe be the defensive player of the year. But that's number 32, Cooper Irvin, senior. So just a few seniors to mention that played well all season long, but that's going to end. That's going to end the year for the Sholo Cougars.
Yeah, a little tough loss for Coach Hernandez and the Cougars here against Sabino. Did not score a point in the second half. They went in up 20-14. Unfortunately for them, they just couldn't get anything going offensively in the second half. And Sabino was able to outscore them 15-0 in the second half. And Sabino ends up winning and moving on in the AIA playoffs.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this one. First round of the playoffs. Sabino against Sholo is going to go to Sabino as they get the win 29-20.
This month we are giving away turkeys. And backed by popular demand, we are doing it again. We are giving away 2 more tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas and 2 more tickets to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert. When you use Mountain Mobile Auto Glass to replace your insured windshield, your name goes in the hat and your name could be drawn as the winner of 2 premium lower level seats to see the championship night of the National Finals Rodeo. Plus 2 tickets that same weekend to see Brooks and Dunn and Reba live in concert on their last tour. And this month, everyone gets a Thanksgiving turkey. Keep it yourself or we will donate it in your name to your favorite White Mountain Food Bank. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass today.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
Give me an S. Give me a U. Give me a Y. Give me a B. What's that stand for? Sell us your vehicle.
At Hatch Toyota Sholo, we want your late model, good condition vehicle. We're buying. Sell us your car. Stop by Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall for a free, no obligation quote. We're paying top dollar, often over Kelley Blue Book. The used car market is at its peak, and your current vehicle will never be worth more. Sometimes more than you paid for it. We'll buy from you even if you don't buy from us. Get a free Carfax report and no obligation quote. Get a quote, get a check. It's that easy.
Give me a G. Give me an A. Give me a Q. Give me a G. Give me an A. Give me a C. What's that stand for? Get a quote. Get a check.
Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and HatchToyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 31 years.
The team at Beam and Will Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beam and Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beam and Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beam and Well Drilling. When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Welcome back in. The final here in Sholo tonight is the Sabercats come in and upset the Sholo Cougars on their home field. 29-20, the final here. Sabercats will move on to the second round, play ALA Gilbert, who are victorious tonight over Phoenix Christian. What a game, though, tonight. Sholo defense showed up tonight, and they played really well. Two of those scores up on the board, we mentioned that Sholo didn't have an opportunity to score. Well, they had opportunities to score. They just didn't score in the second half. But in the first half, a couple of defensive scores kept them in this game. We're going to go over some stats really quick just to give you a wrap-up on that, and we'll wrap this one up. We still need to probably come up with a White Mountain Regional Medical Center player of the game, too, which is going to be difficult to do when it's not somebody from Sholo. So we'll do that, though, just to get somebody mentioned out there. So in the game tonight, Hackworth, the quarterback for the Sabercats, 14 of 21 for 174 yards. As far as rushing tonight, they were led by number 6, Ken Blackman, 10 carries for 73 yards, followed up by the quarterback, Cameron Hackworth, 14 attempts for 39 yards, and then number 8, Levi Miranda, 2 attempts for 32 yards. As far as receiving, the leader there is number 20, Derek Sanchez. He had 5 receptions for 66 yards and a touchdown. Number 8, Levi Miranda, 2 receptions for 30 yards with the touchdown. And number 23, Camden Cambrell, 1 reception, 56 yards. That's, of course, the big touchdown in the third quarter to put the Sabercats up on the Cougars. So that was 56 yards. And so for Hackworth, that's 3 touchdown tosses tonight. They did not get in the end zone on the ground, and they had a little bit of a hard time running the ball against this Sholo Cougar defense. Moving over to Sholo, total yards tonight for the Cougars, 183 yards, and we just want to mention some of those outstanding players for the Cougars tonight. Senior quarterback Colton Yeager ends his night and his career at Sholo with 4 completions, 16 attempts, and he had 40 yards in the air. Nash Brewer came in and was 2 for 2 for 6 yards at quarterback. As far as your runners tonight, leading the way for the Cougars, number 6, Ryan Kishbaugh, 18 attempts for 63 yards, followed up by Cooper Irvin, 9 attempts for 52 yards. Nash Brewer with a few carries for 14. Number 5, Ray Pedraza, 3 attempts for 12 yards. Receiving, leading the receivers tonight for, I keep doing that, kind of getting out of this page, but receiving for the Cougars tonight led by 88. That's the tight end, A.J. Henderson, 2 receptions for 22 yards, and then Nash Brewer had a reception for 16 yards. And like I said, the final tonight, 29-20. The safety at the very end of the game on a blitz came through and sacked Yeager to put him up those last couple of points, 29-20. So that ends the season for the Sholo Cougars, and what a season it's been. Coach Hernandez, his first year here at Sholo High School, and what a great job he did. Came in, led this team to I don't know if it was 7 or 8. It might have been 8-0 coming in, because I know they lost to Round Valley and they lost to Snowflake towards the end of the year. But what a great start to the season! Came in heavily ranked into week 8. I think they were number 2 in the state. So a nice season by the Cougars. Unfortunately, ending on their home field against the Sabercats. And I appreciate my broadcast partner tonight, Byron Brown. Came and joined me. I haven't seen him for about a year, so it was nice to be with you, and I just want to get his final thoughts on the game.
Well, thank you, Patrick. You can't take away the season that the Sholo Cougars had here for the season, for the 2021 season. New head coach, Coach Hernandez, comes in and gets them within one game of possibly the 3A East championship, but they end up losing to Snowflake at the end of the year, and they still were able to get into the playoffs and come here and host a game against Sabino Sabercats, and Sabino's a perennial difficult team to play. They're always a perennial power. They're always in the playoffs, and it seems like they're always advancing to the semifinals. And it's not just, I'm talking just in football, but in the majority of the sports, male or female, they're always in the top echelon of sports. So you know when you're playing them, you got to bring it, and that's exactly what Sholo did here tonight. Unfortunately for them, they just weren't able to get in the second half anything going offensively, and Sabino was able to come up with two really good drives, one big play on the Hackworth slant to I think it was Campbell. For the go-ahead touchdown, and then and then in the end there with the blitz and getting the safety, but nothing to take away from the Sholo Cougars. Tremendous job, tremendous season for Coach Hernandez and all the Cougar football team, and for the Sabino Sabercats, give credit to them. Give credit to them. A lot of teams, after the way the first half ended, on the return, 80-yard fumble recovery and return for touchdown for the Sholo Cougars. A lot of teams wouldn't have been able to make it out of that second half, out of that locker room, and hold the Sholo Cougars, the opposing team, to 0 points and to be able to outscore them 15-0. That typically is a game breaker for most teams, but not the Sabino Sabercats. They came back out and were able to. I thought they were able to use their size up front. Defensively, they were finally able to, just had that eye discipline and said, hey, just go upfield. Don't worry about trying to see, hey, that guy's going in motion. Oh, where'd the ball go? And once they were coached that at halftime and made those adjustments, they were able to stymie the Sholo Cougar offense and get their team in the position, get their offense more possessions. And when you have more possessions on offense, you have more opportunities to score, and that's exactly what Sabino did in the second half to take this game 29-20.
Love it, Byron. Thank you. I appreciate that, and those are great comments. And we got to remember that this Sholo Cougar team is young. They're really young. They're going to be a tough. They're going to be a handful next year as we see some of these players like Nash Brewer coming up through the program. So a lot of things to be positive about for the Sholo Cougar team. I'm going to go ahead and announce a White Mountain Regional Medical Center player of the game tonight, and I'm going to go off script a little bit just because, you know what, we are a 3A East station. We support our 3A, we support our mountain teams, right? And so we are going to do this, and I'm just going to come up with, make an executive decision here, just because some boys had some really good games and really good plays tonight. A Nash Brewer came up with the interception and ran it back for a touchdown early in the first half. But wanted to mention him for sure. But my guy that I've just been really impressed with for the last couple of weeks in the games that I've watched all year, he's a senior, and I'm going to announce number 32, Cooper Irvin, as the White Mountain Regional Medical Center player of the game. And I'm just going to throw that out there just because I think that kid is a really good football player, and he played really well, especially defensively tonight.
Well, Patrick, you could tell that what he brings to the Sholo Cougar team, and when he was in there running the ball, he was able to allow Coach Hernandez to really manipulate that offense and again get the eye discipline from Sabino away, and he was able to gash him, and so they had to concentrate on the inside of Cooper Irvin, and that allowed the outside of Ryan Kishbaugh and Bryson Ryan and such to get to the outside, and he was a force in the middle. He was harassing Hackworth of the Sabercats, the quarterback for the Sabercats. He was harassing him, and at some point, I remember you saying that he got banged up, and he really wasn't the same. And when he got banged up, I think they just made a adjustment. The Cougars did. They made a decision and they played him just defensively. We never heard of him offensively when he got hurt with whatever injury that he had, but he played defensively, but he wasn't the same. And that's about when Sabino started to kind of come away and pull away from the Sholo Cougars. And that's not to say that we all know football is a team sport, but when you lose your heart and soul in Cooper Irvin and the way he was just going around and just being a monster on both sides of the ball, and when he gets taken out of the game or taken out of a certain position, running back, it hurt, and it hurt the Sholo offense, but he had a tremendous game, and congratulations to him for being the White Mountain Summit Healthcare.
No, White Mountain Regional Medical Center.
Okay, I'm trying by memory, okay? I'm trying by memory. White Mountain Regional
Medical Center
player of the game.
That's right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. We appreciate you listening in. We appreciate, of course, all of our sponsors tonight. This has been the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. We appreciate Hatch Toyota and their sponsorship, and stay tuned. I'm not sure where we'll be next week, but we will be somewhere in the second round of the playoffs. I'm hoping that, it's either going to be Round Valley, and I can't remember who they're going to play in the second round. I can't remember the schedule, but we might be a Round Valley. We might be a Snowflake Thatcher. So we'll see, and we'll stay tuned, and we'll let you know where we're going to be. But we appreciate you tuning in tonight, and that's going to wrap it up. Congratulations to the Sholo Cougars and their great year. It was fun watching, and we will see you next year.